Invasion angle.
Episode 69. Finally, we've done it. The landmark episode of Invasion Angle Podcast. The favor for a favor episode. 69, dudes.
I'm glad we made it this
Yeah.
far. And thank you to everyone who's been with us from the beginning and the people who haven't and that are here now at not the beginning, at the present.
And the people that aren't listening at all and never have, fuck you. And I'll drink a Red Bull Zero with monk fruit to that.
Now what is monk fruit? What does that mean?
Well, there's monk fruit and then there's mung fruit. They're a little bit different.
What is in the Red Bull? This is a genuine question.
Yeah. So it's a zero sugar. It's just Red Bull Zero instead of Red Bull Zero sugar. So what it has is monk fruit extract in it. So it's healthier, and there is like a little less of like the artificial
It's
sweetness.
a Chinese plant.
What does it taste?
Like
what does it taste like?
It's
like
better.
I like
it's what they
it.
use to make like Splenda.
You think it's better or worse than the Red Bull?
They do not use it to make Splenda. Splenda is aspartame, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Aspartame mixed with something else.
Dude.
Monk fruit extract is healthy. Okay, it is healthy, and it tastes better to me. It tastes better than zero sugar. It tastes better than the regular Red Bull, and it's my current favorite.
All right. It's aspartame, right?
It's aspartame, sucrose. Yeah, exactly.
What's something we can do with 69 and aspartame?
Ass to mouth retain, or mouth to ass, whatever you guys are into.
I came.
Ass I came. Okay.
All right.
69 episodes. We did it.
Yeah, we did it, and I think that's a perfect opportunity to open this special message we just got that came through of one of our biggest fans and someone that's been a huge support to us, each and every week before we got started, every episode. He always, calls me late night and will give me some notes on the episode and just kind of talk some wrestling, talk some sports. And he said he was going to send a special message. So if you want to pull that up, Jason, that'd be great.
I got it.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Yo, Johnny, Chris, and Jason, look who it is, man.
We're going to have to cut this
is
because
Vince Russo, and I stopped everything.
Yeah, rewind, and you're going to have to cut this part out, which is fine.
Hey, why don't you cry about it?
Yo, Johnny, Chris, and Jason, look who it is, man. It is Vince Russo, and I stopped everything I was doing today to congratulate you on the Invasion Angle Podcast historic 69th episode. But with all due respect, Jason and Chris, bro, from what I understand, sometimes you two guys are referred to as dick faces and dildos because you have no idea how important I've been to the wrestling business, bro. Just because you are a couple of AEW marks and you cannot watch anything objectively. That's right. I said it, bro. Johnny knows, but you, Jason and Chris, are clueless, bro. But regardless, congratulations, bro. 69 episodes. That is something, bro. Something to celebrate. You dick-faced dildos. Vince Russo out.
Peace, Vince, and thank you.
Thanks, Vince.
Yeah. He's been watching, dude. He's been watching. And you know he jokes,
That's fucked up.
He's even harder in WWE these days. So
does he watch still?
Yeah, I think he
was
has
saying
to watch
he gave
both
up.
the shows, but Yeah, he gives up, but he has to watch the product to because he does like the SK wrestling or whatever the fuck that is, right? I think that's what it is.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Yes, you do know. We've talked
Russo.
about this, dude.
Thanks,
We've talked
Vince
about
Russo.
SK Wrestling and their scary AI sports, like sports and wrestling page. But yeah, I think
Okay, we have
him and Jonathan Coachman have been doing something together. So the coach, shout out to the coach.
Wow.
Thank
you,
riveting
bro.
stuff, and I'm just glad that we got Vince Russo before we got what's his name?
What? Jim Cornette?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. I'm getting real fucking tired of this. I think you need a Red Bull with monk fruit. Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm into the aspartame.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think Chris was talking about what it is before, but I'm getting real tired of this bullshit, dude. I think it's
I came.
Yeah, you guys for sure, especially Jason Arnott, is definitely a dick-faced dildo.
Yeah, I think it's more he was referring to Jason. I don't think he knew what he was talking about. Vince.
Yeah, he just throws you in there. But what can you do?
Whatever, man.
Well,
I'm just trying to make an honest living here.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of this dead air cut. Don't worry, post-production.
Anyway, what else do we got, guys?
Well, this is a very special episode, so we will be having our guest on shortly, Mr. Nasty Leroy, that man, that badass motherfucker, who you might know from the Janela Zone, AEW, and basically a lot of indies, obviously GCW, as well.
And the
Nightmare Factory. Yeah, the list goes on.
Hooters.
He's been everywhere. Hooters. If you've been to a Hooters down in the Atlanta area, you've definitely seen Nasty, and you better not fuck with him when the Eagles game is on because he'll give you those fucking hands, dude. That's where he taught Stunt Marshall how to do those slaps. I don't know if you guys saw the slap.
I did.
Yeah. And that's Stunt Marshall, like he would be able to do that without Nasty Leroy. And actually we saw him Leroy manage Stunt in main event wrestling. No, it was district wrestling. Sorry,
Go.
They did for a bit.
I was trying to remember.
Yeah, the district nightclub. Yeah. So yeah, and every single wrestler, you're not a pro wrestler if you don't know Nasty Leroy. And I've yet to meet a pro wrestler that doesn't know who he is yet. Literally, I have not met one. Because for some reason he always comes up in convos, and because he's the talk of the town. But I think we had another Pound Town. That's right. I think we had one more special message before we get the interview going.
Yeah. Let's hop in.
I wonder who it is.
Oh my God.
Hey, Johnny, Jason, Chris. Congratulations for the Invasion Angle podcast.
Thank you.
6-9 episode. And also, Minecraft movie, greatest movie of all time. They mentioned that. I don't know, but it is. Póngase verde.
Yeah, the Iguana agrees. Minecraft movie is the greatest movie of all time.
He doesn't know, but he said it is.
Yeah. Well, he didn't know. He had to think about it. Then he realized, now that I think about it, it is the greatest movie. And then his little iguana agreed. He said, yeah, it's the fucking best movie, you piece of shit.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. And he's so over right now. And like, that's why it's great. He's been watching since the first episode. He told me as well, him and his iguana.
Yeah. He's definitely real busy.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a lot of we've had a lot of group chats with him, and we've really helped him. Or we kind of said, this is what you're gonna have to do to get over the WWE universe.
I remember when he was just Iguana.
Yeah. Well, then we said, why don't you put Mister in front of it? And he's like, he said, holy fuck. He said, it was kind of like the Minecraft movie. He's like, I didn't know. I guess it is. I guess that is what I do.
Sometimes you just need that outside help, to get that epiphany moment.
I
Yeah.
am Iguana. And I was like, who do I am Mr. Iguana?
Yeah.
And he was like,
Yeah.
no more Mr. Anyway.
Yeah. And then I think he like,
He said lizard jockey.
yeah. And he might have caught one of us doing something with his iguana.
All right. And this is the Nasty Leroy.
And this is the Nasty Leroy interview.
Yeah. There we go. Yes.
Hello, everyone. We are back in it again, and this is our 9th interview for episode 69. We have that man from that town, one of the greatest nasty superstars of all time. That man, Nasty Leroy. Welcome.
Welcome to the pod. And this is our biggest episode, as he was just saying. It's a historic episode. 6-9, favor for a favor episode. And I'll crack a Red Bull to that nasty man being in the house.
We've been dying to get to this episode, you know, and
yeah.
Who else but for Nasty to bring us in, you know?
Yeah.
You say, gotta have it's properly named 6'9" because I know we doing the girls 6'9", so
Hell yeah.
Yeah, So what do we want to talk about, guys? What do we want to talk about?
Okay, Cody, the roller coaster
sorry.
here. So I mean, we're very like Minority Report-esque, like Tom Cruise. We like to start in the future. So what's some stuff you've got coming up that everyone should have on the radar, Mr. Leroy?
I think, and this is it's not what do I want to say? How do I want to say it? It's to me it's a guarantee, but it's not official that it's happening online, or it hasn't been mentioned online. Let me just say that it hasn't been mentioned online. But I will say that I've been manifesting it and saying it's going to happen. But in the future, I'm going to return to AEW and wrestle Mark Briscoe, and we're gonna beat the dog shit out of each other in a street fight match. And it's gonna be in one of my home cities of Philadelphia and Atlanta, because I know Atlanta people want me to be like, oh yeah, this is your home. So we just say one of my home cities, Atlanta, and then I'm not even gonna say other people because rap masters are scared of me, but yeah, big things a lot. I've been talking to AEW officials. One of those AEW officials is my coach QT, so I've been talking to him about different stuff. There was my names has been running around AEW, so
it's awesome.
As it should.
Yeah.
Other than that, we got when you see, I don't know when this comes out, but or my home territory, which I call any independent wrestling place is called a territory because it's a territory system for those who don't know. So my home territory, 1FW, One Fall Wrestling is running July 25th. So if this has come out before, if this come out before, go on 1FW live.com and get your tickets. And just afterwards, you missed a great, fantastic thing. And I've chopped a lot of people and, talking my talk and center stage. So this is cool. I manifested that one of the places I wanted to wrestle, living here and stuff and doing history, I wanted to wrestle at center stage. So that's going to be cool to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great venue,
Yeah, we've had some history there at center stage. I actually was there. I had no idea you were going to be there. I was in the crowd by myself, per usual, for MLW's. I'm trying to remember which event it was, but it was basically like the tournament event where Mystico and Kenta were in the finals. But you came out.
Riot?
Was it Battle? Yeah, so you came out with Alex Kane, I believe.
Boomerang Fight
Barb.
Club. Yeah.
Yeah. He had a great match, and
Yeah, that was great.
yeah, and I was going wild because it was a surprise for me, and like I was happy to see you out there. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
The Leroy pop.
Yeah, and 1FW, is that Cutie Marshall's?
Yeah.
Does he runs that, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been wanting
Him and
to
Jack
check that
Jameson.
out.
Yeah, him and
Yeah,
Jack Jameson run it. So
yeah, because he was doing kind of that. I don't know. He probably did like 6 or 7 shows to start the year. It was previously like a Dusty Rhodes company where they did.
Front Brother
yeah.
Championship Wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went to a few of those, and it was awesome, you know, and because he's the frat boys are always there, frat party,
The frat house.
Yeah, the frat house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So those guys.
Yeah.
I am a well, back when it was BGU, Bodyguard University, I was the what was it, honorary member, official honorary member of them. So it transfers over to the frat house. Funny enough, me and Jameson only hung up one time. Me and Cody only hung up like maybe a couple times. It's funny because we used to run a roast together because that you can count hanging out as that, but we never like went out partying, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I've hung out with everybody except for Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. So
Yeah.
So.
But not Preston. He's too busy, I guess.
Yeah, we used to travel together, but like I didn't get to hang out with him at bars. But yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, it was funny because I went to a few of those shows, and like, even though he's a heel, he was like kind of interacting with the crowd in a kind of a face way, which was cool because, you know, I like wrestlers where rules don't apply to them. And a few people I met were saying like, when are you going to rejoin the Dark Order? And he's just like, I wish I could. I'm like, wow, dude.
He's saying it sarcastically way.
Yeah, you know, he's missing the 10 mask, I guess. But I mean, I like him as part of the stable, and I think it's, you know,
That's what he is.
Yeah, they've been cool in Ring of Honor too, you know, and that's why I like these shows because it's got so much of like Ring of Honor talent, and also, you know, Ring of Honor talent do a lot of work in AEW as well because it's, you know, kind of intertwined, you know, the NXT WWE setup, so to speak. But yeah, so I guess now that we're in the future, we can kind of go to the past. I believe your debut was with One Fall Power Factory's promotion at the Landmark Arena. And then this is the part where would that be your first match or your first event?
Oh, it's my first return match back in the wrestling. I left for a minute and came back.
Yeah.
My first match was in a fair.
In a fair, okay.
It was an affair.
That's pretty awesome.
And like, was it Tyrone or Daughter? I think it was Tyrone. I think it was Tyrone, Georgia. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was like my first 2 matches was in Dalton, Georgia, and then my other 3 matches was in this carnival fair thing that Johnny Swinger had picked up, and he was like, wanted me to use his gear. Hold on, let me get this gear. Hold on.
Yeah, let's see this. Let's see this shit.
It's like that show on WWE.
It didn't even work. I was like, brother, it doesn't even work. 1, I'm shorter than you, and 2, I'm like, it just don't. I'm shorter than you. It just don't work. So he gave it to me, and he was like, this. He was like this.
From
and
the
I was
ball.
like, how do you expect me to fit all this? Dog, I can't even. It just looked weird on me, dog. It just looked weird on me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got to bring that back one of these days. It's like the green zebra. It's very like it's classic.
It's very old school wrestler brother type shit. Yeah. So So yeah, that's what. But yeah, basically that's how I got my start. I trained in other places, but like Wild Samoans, CZW Academy, did some stuff at Devon's and Bubba stuff. But essentially, I like left for like 6 months. And I just was like one day I got in a rut. I don't think it was depression. I think it just was a rut of like something was trying to tell me that I should be back in wrestling, and I was just looking up clips and stuff like that and shoot interviews. I think I missed it and didn't even know I missed it. So,
Yeah.
first thing I did is uh, I went to the A4 at the time when Mr. Hughes was there. He basically telling me without telling me in his old school way, come back next time, basically. So he didn't kick me out, but he just shooed me away. So then I was like, man, where's another school? So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to the CDW Academy. So I went up there, and I was going up there to train. Funny enough, schools started popping up in Georgia. Luckily, Robert Gibson School popped up, but they just kept me. They just kept like, you gotta step like this, and you gotta do like this, and you gotta lock up like this. And I'm like, dog, I'm been in wrestling, and I understand you gotta go back to basics. This is too, it's too long. So,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure it
know.
felt like a step back.
Yeah, so just like I just it popped on my radar. I was following the Monster Factory anyway. I was following QT. I hit up QT, and I was like, hey, you don't. I was like, hey, QT, you don't know me. My name is Nancy Leroy. I said, what did I had to go back and it's like, oh, my name is Leroy. Everybody calls me Nancy Leroy. And I was like, I don't know how to type this or word this, but I was in wrestling. I want to get back into wrestling. I just want to wrestle around the country. I just want to wrestle on the indies. I just
Yeah,
want to wrestle on Ring of Honor. That's all I want to do. I know you probably get thousands and thousands of emails about going to Derby and shit like that and all that other stuff. I don't want to do none of that shit. I just want to wrestle. I just want to wrestle in Ring of Honor. That's my peak, and I just want to wrestle in indies and shit. So he's like, "Yeah, I'm opening up a school and in Georgia," and so sure. I was like, "Okay." So he opens up the school. I'm literally training at Roberts, and I hear them talking, and it's like all over wrestling, all over the wrestling school, and they like, yeah, you heard about this super camp? They're gonna have like Delirious and by the time Prince Martinez, it was Prince Martinez and all these other guys, and it's gonna be Ring of Honor, and as soon as I heard Ring of Honor, my ears perked the fuck up. He was like, what? Like a dog is like. So I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, I heard something about that. I think I might do that. And he was like, I'm not. The teacher was like, I'm not telling you not to do it, but like, I don't think it's a good idea. It's gonna be it. It's just a sort of them con jobs. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, let me at least try it. So I go
yeah,
and try it. I go up there. Uh, I said, all right, if this don't work, I'm just going to like, I don't know what I do. I'll just go and just try the other stuff. I try my dream of being a stand-up comic or something. I don't know. Um, so I did it. I went up there. I tried it. QT liked me. He went up one and say, "Hey, I only do 3 weeks with you, and that's about it. You definitely improve." And then I think he just liked training me and training with me and stuff. So
yeah,
fast forward it, my return to wrestling, but my debut for One Fall basically.
yeah,
So it was good. It was a good time. That was the point of my life where I could easily transition into being a villain. So
yeah,
right now I can't because I'm a little healed and I'm not much of a villain.
yeah.
I was out here being a rat bastard, so I can dive into my rat bastard.
Yeah. What do you prefer, face or heel? And I think I know the answer, but Or I guess it depends, right? When one starts getting boring, you kind of now it's time to switch up the character and
You know, I've been trying to like turn heel. I've only done it like one other time in Dallas, and it's
yeah,
okay. I feel like I can only be a heel for a short amount of time. I'm not a long term heel. But
yeah,
I'm trying. Like my friend is trying to get me out of that thing of like my friend and my manager and other people was like trying to get me to be a long term heel and stuff because I feel like I'm too likable even as a heel. Like
yeah.
I feel
No,
like you're gonna want
I
to cheer
agree.
me, you know, as a heel. So I don't know. I think either way, because then like that's how it happened in One Fall. Like uh, I don't know if y'all know like the when we first started in One Fall just came back. We just like suddenly started doing shows, but back in the early days, um, I was a heel. I was a big heel. I was actually one of the biggest heels
Yeah.
on that roster. Um, I would be getting booed every time we run the Landmark Arena. Be getting booed. I got was throwing stuff at me. There was nearly I started a riot one time. I never thought I could start a riot in my life, but I started a riot.
How'd that go?
Uh, so the guy was joking to me. I don't know if he was joking, if he was serious, but he was like, because he said it to QT, and he was like, "Yeah, um, this is where a lot of riots and a lot of good heat came from, and I don't know if one of your guys could get a riot going or get these guys a boo and stuff." And somebody said, I think it was Pale Horse, maybe it was Pale Horse or it was Preston, or it was this my, I don't think it was this me who said it. One or somebody said, "I bet you Nasty Leroy can get you heat." He said, "Who's Nasty Leroy?" He pointed to me. And he said, "You can get me heat. You can get a riot." I said, "I'm pretty sure knowing me that I could get people mad at me, not only just mad at me, throwing shit at me and want to chase me down. If that's a riot, then yeah, I deal with that with a lot of Falcon fans." So,
Yeah.
so
Wearing the
I
Eagles
said,
gear at the Falcons game.
"Oh, brother, I've done like diabolical stuff that probably would have like in Philadelphia, I would have been dead by now if I did some of the stuff I'm doing now in Atlanta." Like, it's funny enough because my friend hates this. Um, he he's like, "Yo, you can't be a babyface for nothing in the ring, but like in football, you're the most hateable person at Hooters." He said, "Why can't you transit that to the ring?" I was like, "I don't know. I just can't. I don't know." He's like, "You're
Yeah.
the most. You're a villain in football, but in the ring, you're the most likable baby face ever. You're like, you know,
Uh,
what you
you
be
got
learning
that
from Cody
Hooters
Rhodes
heat.
how to be a baby face? Sami Zayn?" I was like, "I don't know."
Yeah. I remember you managed a match, main event wrestling, down here a couple years ago, and your tag team was heels, but everyone was cheering you. So it's kind of great. But I did see you wrestle as a heel. I would say you were heel with Janela at Disruptor Wrestling.
Yeah,
Um, when that rat bastard Man Scout Manning threw his magical 10 on you guys, which was fucked
yeah,
up. But
yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
was a
I
great
like
match.
that.
what goes on in that 10? Is it just basically an infinity of never
He just,
ending
he
space,
just,
a black hole?
Like a Cabela's store.
he's
Yeah.
just, he's like, "Get off of me, get off of me, like, get off of me, get off of me." Like, this a whole lot of arguing, a whole lot of pushing, a whole lot of arguing. It's like me and Joy just going back and forth. He's pushing me, he pushing me. I don't you put me, don't you put me. It's like
Yeah, that was
just
match of the night for sure. That
Yeah.
was really match of the night. Some fantastic wrestlers in there. And yeah, speaking of Janelle, like the Janelle's in, are we gonna see a dating show again? I mean, as you see, I think we need like Nasty Leroy's Love Island or something like that.
True.
You know, I think
Nasty
it's
Island.
time. Nasty Island, yeah,
That's where
yep.
Trump went, right?
I don't know. I don't
Hey,
Oh,
know.
hey.
I don't know. Last time we tried to even do squat or some of that, and the Janela Zone, it didn't really hit as much as it used to. So I just I didn't feel it hit last time. Me talking
Yeah.
to what was it, Emily J and her friend, and it kind of did something, but it didn't do something as much as the early shit of the Janela Zone. So
Yeah, the pandemic era. Yeah,
yeah,
that
It was a special time.
It was. We
Hey,
might need another
listen.
pandemic to get the
Well,
nasty
it
island
might
going.
be. We might have a world war coming, so maybe people will be in their houses once
Yeah,
again.
Bunkers.
Yeah, there
it's
you go.
locked down again, but no quarantine, no quarantine, but locked down again.
No.
Uh, no, to go back to the the riot. Like I basically I've got people will say this is cheap heat, but I don't give a fuck. If you want people to feel something for you as a wrestler, I tell wrestlers now. I was telling this to Brad Taylor. I think that's the guy name, WID kid. I was like, I said you can take this how you leave it, whatever. I said my name is Nance Leroy. I've been on the scene for years. You don't have to take my advice for nothing. I mean, you got your little. I said, let me not say little. You got your ID jacket on. Yeah, you got you going place. Your nose is up in the air. I got it. I got it. You don't have to. But I was like, listen, I don't care even if it's on WTV. If you're in a certain town or a certain city and you dislike him, but it also has to be real dislike. It has to be
yeah,
but I feel like people can fake. You're trying to fake your dislike when they would throw out like Nemeth, when they would throw out Kev Sabian out there. I remember one time I looked it back up. I was just looking up different reactions of sports heat, and I remember they threw out Kip Sabian, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm a British person. And I live with my American girlfriend, my American wife, Penelope, and the Eagles are bad, and
Yeah.
oh, America and baseball
yeah,
and getting the wrong stuff." I'm like, dog, you're swinging this all thing. Now I think if you seriously dislike a city, so for me, even people tell me this all the time. Leroy, you're grown now. You can't be hating on Pittsburgh. You can't be hating people from Pittsburgh. Even if you like a couple people, you still gotta let this shit go. I'm like, no, never. Okay, still fuck Pittsburgh. Okay, okay. You don't know what
yeah,
that city done to me. Okay, um, and so
Wow.
it's just like if I was to ever, I think if a promoter was to ever book me, I said, bring me in as a heel. But you're a babyface. Bring me in the heel. I'm telling you. You bring me in as a heel, I can get so much stuff off my chest about and tell them to their face about this city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is the most horrible city in my life. The most horrible accents I've heard in my life. The women are subpar. The men are subpar. The fucking food is probably subpar. I don't even know. But especially the sports teams are fucking money hungry, paying off pieces of shit
yeah.
team. Okay?
Yep. Yep. Those yellow
That's what
towels
it
are
is.
just piss. They're just piss-filled towels.
The Pittsfield Towers, though. That's what I would just say.
Yeah.
That's what I would say as a heel. But
Yep.
I have to have a disdain for the city and the team. So I hate everything Pittsburgh. Now I still dislike Dallas. I actually like the city now that I actually been to it, but it's still fuck the Cowboys. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
that's how I got the heat I got. Basically, I just told the truth. I told
Yeah.
Brad Taylor, I said, Brad, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Like people hate hearing the truth about this city. And he was like, it got it. You know how somebody says got it, but they don't really. I don't think he really got it. I think he was just saying it. I know you just kind
Yeah.
of saying it, but I was like, hey, bro, this trust me, it happens. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
He's on WTV, so we'll see if he uses my advice.
I
Yeah,
wanted
we
to
will
ask
see.
you, who's on your rat bastard list lately?
It hasn't changed. Nobody's really no new members on the list. It's still the same original suspects.
Right
Yeah.
on.
I think probably the only newest one that people don't know about that I tried to tweet out, but But he's not really new, but he's still new to some people. Darius Carter, he is the Eye Shade Wrestling Champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is on my list because he has been doing a lot of disrespectful shit to my Nasty Hottie Hunter.
He's a sick man.
Nadia Hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter. And this is just a rap bastard. But then this is the thing. I fucking can't stand this dude, but this dude can fucking wrestle. And this motherfucker is like the Black Rim Regal and Nick Bonkwik, and he's so fucking good. So it's like, damn. Can't you just be a rap bastard and not be good wrestler and not be Rim Regal, Black Rim Regal?
Yeah.
Other than that, Atticus Cougar, Cardona, even that I don't speak his name, MJF is still on that list. I got a feeling one day he's gonna have to catch his fade. He's gonna have to check his chops, and it's probably gonna be better than anything ever. I think it's gonna be It's gonna be better when I get to chop the shit out of him. It's gonna be better than a lot of stuff. Right? That's the only thing. So.
Yeah.
Give him those NyQuil hands.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Cardona's still ducking you. I remember, was it a TNA show we were all at? I believe. And Cardona, we were there together. Me, you, and Jason, Leroy, and we're at center stage,
GCW,
and we're that.
I'm not sure.
It was one of the two. It might have been his digital media kind of run or whatever in TNA. I'm trying to recall, but yeah, Cardona was coming on the outside, kind of where all like the tables are set up and stuff, and he started some trash talk with you, but which was easy to do because he had a crowd of people around him and stuff, and you gave it back to him too, basically paraphrasing, time and place Cardona, and yep, we still waiting on Cardona to actually face you in a match, but
crazy to see a grown man scared,
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing,
Yeah, and he's too busy, he's going to be talking about it the next year that, oh, John Cena said hi to me on SmackDown. I'm going to make t-shirts about it. Oh, I'm going to make a fucking figure with my t-shirt wearing it saying, hi, John Cena. I said it back to him. Great, Cardona. How about you fucking, do an Iron Man match with Leroy? Why don't you do a street fight with Leroy? Because at this point, I feel like it would have to be a street fight. It's he's ducked you too long that normal rules don't apply.
Well, he is the deathmatch king, or so he says.
Yeah, apparently, but to me, he's just Chelsea Green's husband. So what can you do? What can you do? But yeah, we have a few segments on the show. I thought we'd start with a good one. It's kind of based off of Triple H's whole little meme phrase, take a bump, and then a little video will pop up right after I say this of him saying, take a bump, take a bump. What are like some of the first bumps that come to your mind that were the worst overall, pain-wise, that you've taken?
It was the bump that I took with I did a match with when I wrestled. No, I didn't wrestle him. I just fought him. When I fought Cheeseburger, I think when I did one of the it was my own bump actually, because I don't even think, well, he tripped me being a rat that he is, of course. But like
anything less.
But yeah, him tripping me. I was getting on the top, and I slept, and yeah, this is it was probably the worst of like not like bumping, but like like I was embarrassing myself like that, and then I would say and then the Del Boy thing, the Del Boy one was like he was dragging me down when I was trying to post up, so it was like, fam. I ain't gonna lie, even that it was a clean bump, it was still kind of gnarly. Not as much as gnarly as people think it is. Or it looked gnarly, I'm not gonna lie. People say it looked gnarly, but it it didn't feel like super bad like I did with a table. I think the most gnarly bump I ever took was when a bitch slammed me through black hole, slammed me through 2 doors, and we couldn't record that shit. I was upset because I wanted to see how.
Fuck.
Yeah,
What promotion was that for?
1FW.
Okay. And damn,
Yeah.
no one had that on cam. That's
Yeah. So that was a gnarly one. I would say that one, and I would say my Josh Bishop one when I got DVD through to the doors at JCW. So
Yeah.
so that was, you know.
yeah.
Well, you know, me and Josh, we cool. Me and Josh cool after that. He was just like, hey, he hit me up like maybe like a day later afterwards. He was like, hey man, I hope we good, man. You good? I was like, I'm good, man. I said, I don't know why you did that, but you know, it is what it is. He said, it's Death Boy. He gets on everybody. He's like, I was just tired as shit. So everybody had to get, you know, beat down. And, you know, basically no survivors. I was like, all right, fair enough, because Death Boy's a dickhead, so. Or he's just a loser that knows the hell out of you. So I get it.
He can get his receipt back one day, you know. You'll have the chance. Yeah, so what are some indie promotions that you'd be excited to kind of work with now that you're kind of getting back in the game full time and looking to wrestle? Like, of course, the GCWs, JCWs of the world, but yeah, are there any like that stand out to you that you haven't wrestled with before and you want to see what they're all about?
AAW Pro. AAW Pro is one of the first independents other than Ring of Honor that I went to with my uncle. That my uncle took me to. I call him my cousin Stevie, but he was like one of my best friends. And we went there. He found it on a computer or some shit like that. This is around like 2006, I think. You know, I went there and I saw young Tyler Black, and Jimmy Jacobs and other people and stuff. And then I just kept going there for years. And my uncle was never in there. He was like, he got out of wrestling like years ago when he started watching Dusty and all them and stuff like back in the 80s. So he didn't really watch it in a while. So I essentially got him back in wrestling. And so he just loved that. I remember the conversation was, I said, I want to wrestle at AAW. And he was like, you can. And he was just like the first one in my family was like, you can do this kind of type stuff. So, so he was like, yeah, you can. You can be the champion. You could be the AAW champion. You could be the Heritage champion. You could be the world champion over there. He was like, you could do it. So I think like going there and not only having my debut there, but like also winning the Heritage Championship, and you know, it'd be a like a tribute to him. So yeah, he taught me how to be that man, you know. So it'll only be right. So that and PWG would be cool, but I also kind of want to wrestle with like Prestige. I want to wrestle at West Coast. I want to wrestle House of Leroy. I want to do a European tour. I saw Vinny Pacifico do a European tour, and I just want to do that shit. Like a straight Europe tour, like Turkey, France, Germany. I want to go all those places and just wrestle all those places. Of course, Japan, of course, but
yeah, you need to get that steakhouse jacket, and then
For
the
sure.
heel move. See, like the heel move would be you get that jacket, take a picture, and then just throw it in the water or light it on fire and be like, I don't fucking need to join your little club. You know what I mean? The steak was okay. I've had better at fucking Hooters. I've had better at Hooters watching the fucking Eagles.
You know what I would do though? I would like if real help me if I was actually. I don't know. Promoters don't want to turn me heel because I get so much. This is what a recent promoter said to me. He said, I'm not turning you heel because, one, you're bringing in ticket sales. Two, people go crazy for you, and your merch be going crazy. He's like, I'm not turning you heel. He just would not do it. It's like Cody when like people try to get him to turn heel. He's like, I'm not doing it. And I was like, I got this idea, dog. I got this idea as a heel. And he's like, I don't care. I'm not gonna give away my character that I'm working on, but I told him about it, and he was like, I ain't gonna give you no Ric Flair ripoff just so you can do your little stuff and you've been watching your Ric Flair videos for you to mess up this babyface run. He is adamant that he doesn't want to turn me. And it's hilarious. Cause I feel like I'm getting into it a little bit, but like I think a heel thing that I would probably do is like take off the Rivera jacket and then have my own version of Rivera jacket and like throw it at somebody and be like, but throw it at somebody of my I'm not giving it to the crowd, but I'm giving it to the ring boys. I don't want the ring boys. I don't have ring crew members.
Oh yeah. Man
wipe
of the
your
people.
ass with it. Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, that's what I would do with the steakhouse jacket.
You're a sick man.
Ribieros, yeah. But yeah, so this is another segment presented by Billy's Crystals, and it's called "What the Fuck Are You Watching?" So, what wrestling have you been watching lately, as far as on TV? I know you watch IWTV a lot. You've got the pulse of the whole industry. Honestly, the conversations I've had with you kind of know what's going on all over. But what's been interesting to you lately, as far as pro wrestling companies out there?
All right. I'm in a ramble mood, so this is just gonna take a little time.
Hey, we got all the time in the world.
Let it rip, baby.
That's why it's episode 69. You can take your time.
So currently on IWTV, what I like what's going on is the invasion of. I'm glad that all these Southern promotions that are close together or working together, they're like this. I'm glad they're like this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Action Wrestling and New South and Southern Honor are like one hand together now. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
I like that Derek doing stuff. I like that Battle Club is doing stuff. Prestige, GCW is always doing their thing. I just like that they're together because that's locally together. I like that what we're doing at One Fall. Now I feel like I'm gonna say this, but not just to say this because I'm trolling. I really feel this in my soul. So if people think I'm trolling, I kind of am, but I'm kind of not because I just feel this in my heart. I feel like the world of World Wrestling Entertainment, they don't know what the fuck going on. They don't know what's going. It don't compute. Stuff don't make sense, but I'm trying to make sense of it, and I think I've made sense of it. And I tweeted like that just doesn't make sense right now, but please make sense of it. I'm trying to give you guys a chance. So I'm not the biggest fan, you know. So I would say go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I had Jason watch Raw last night, and just to push it on him. I know. Yeah. I can only get these guys to watch somewhat pay-per-views. Yeah. Yeah, no, but continue.
It wasn't too bad, but it's very different from the product I'm used to.
I heard you guys ran out of Scotch tape for your eyelids.
I will say this. Anything that has, I'm gonna say this out in public. I'm gonna start saying this in interviews because I feel like it will go on deaf ears if I do it in the DMs. But I'm not even going to just say, "Hey, what I dislike about wrestling." I'm gonna just start shooting my shots. I'm gonna just start saying, "Hey, I like these people," and when I mean shooting my shots, I'm gonna just say, "Hey, I like people like what do they call it? Gonzalez? Yeah, Gonzalez or Rodriguez or." I like Raquel. Raquel,
Yeah.
Big Mommy Cool. Like me some Big Mommy Cool, okay? I like me some Big Mommy cool. That's I don't get me wrong, Rhea Ripley's cool, but she's a married woman, so we moving on over there.
Yeah.
I I like a lot of the girls on NXT. I like Stephanie. I know she's in a relationship, but if you want that man.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I that's the match I'd like to see too. You versus Mance for SDL's heart. I'll buy a ticket to that. I will buy that.
What's man gotta do?
This is John's fantasy booking. He's been working on.
Yeah, this is my fantasy booking for sure. It's like the Dom Mysterio,
You know me ever. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. As much as Mance One has done to my friend and broken up SGC, and I kind of half of me wants to say don't do that to like SDL, but like SDL, she is a baddie though. I'm not gonna lie. Some people might not be her. It might be to each his own, whatever you like, But she is a baddie, so I'm not gonna say that. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't slide to it, but
yeah,
I would say.
Well,
getting nasty, but not that nasty,
Yeah, well, especially after what Mance did to your boy Janela, he finally gets the GCW title back, and just for a few moments, cashes in on him, and we saw everything that happened. Disgusting stuff that happened last fall, but
I'm not over that shit, but I definitely would like shoot. Now to the whole. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of watch NXT because it's so bad it's good kind of thing now. Like I don't even.
yeah.
I don't like so if there's WWE fans or loyalists, they're gonna be watching this. I want to hurt your feelings because I don't watch NXT for like good wrestling or good storylines. I just watch it for bad TV and like the bad stuff. So I just watch like Raw. When I come into training, I watch the Raw, like the whole Judgment Day kind of like storyline that I got going on. I think it's the most hilarious thing. And like I used to get mad at this shit, but like I don't have the patience to get mad at it no more. When motherfuckers looked at me when they brought in Goldberg, what you think about that, Leroy? I was like, I just started laughing. I was like, you getting Goldberg? That's what you got. So we're gonna act like AEW's not soaring and glorying, and they're not making great moves. So you get out, you call in. So Triple H, I can't do a good Triple H impression, but he calls him like this. He's like, "Hey, we need you to come in. AEW's on our ass, and we got 3 shows, and we need somebody in Atlanta. Out of anybody in Atlanta, you gotta call Goldberg.
Hey, it's his final match,
Like,
it's his final match.
Out of
Right?
all the legends, bro, you can't call nobody else.
Yeah.
I mean, he disrespected him and his son Gage. They were just at a WWE live event just to enjoy it. That's it. and Gunther just had to fucking,
I gotta be honest,
had to go there.
That Goldberg promo last night had me laughing a couple times. They're like zooming in.
He's so funny.
They're zooming in
so
on
funny.
his hat that has like Goldberg's Ranch or whatever it is. I don't even know. Some company.
Why is his t-shirts? Why is his t-shirts better than half the roster? What's going on here?
Yo, his new t-shirt is fucking awesome, dude.
I know.
That's
Why
is
it better than the roster, bro? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you making people?
Brings his own artists
put that effort into a lot of different people, man. Give them the quality. You giving them shitty quality t-shirts, and you giving Goldberg top-notch quality badass t-shirts.
Yeah, it looks like AEW merch because AEW's t-shirts have always been fucking awesome, and WWE has always been like just very mainstream. Like, I don't know, I can buy it from Target or Walmart or something, and like that's the one thing I was saying to them last week. Like, his new shirt is fucking awesome, with his like tongue coming out like he's a fucking crazy Venom or some shit, and smoke coming out of his nose like he used to. But I'll be there for his retirement match. Yeah. And how do you think that goes? Do you think he beats Gunta, and then Seth Rollins comes down and stomps him on the case, and then cashes in on Goldberg himself? Or how do you see this going on Saturday Night Main Event?
I can't stand Seth Rollins. Not because he's a heel, but I can't wait they booking this man and treating him like he's like this is 2016 Seth Rollins, man. This ain't 2016 Rollins, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, dog.
He's got the Oracle, though.
He's just, he's winning the Money in the Bank, and he's talking about he's the future. How, sir? How are you the future, sir?
Yeah, well, as far as like you're talking about trips booking stuff, what talent do you think deserves to be higher up on the card and should be going for should grab a title that they're just overlooking currently?
It should be booking the tag team division better. Should be booking the Guns. Like we fail to realize the Guns are one of the greatest junior heavyweight tag team champions in the modern day history. Like I don't understand like how they're not doing that shit. Not only is that, you got the Street Profits finally win the championships, but you can't barely tell that they're world champions. They're not even defending their championship. Io Sky is not even defending her championship. Like every time she gets a belt, they like, no, we don't want you to defend it. Like what's going on? Like, bro.
No, it's weird. She hasn't defended it since WrestleMania. So I don't, and I agree with the Street Profits. It's like they make these, kind of stale. Like to different company to AEW. That's how I felt about right after Okada won the Continental title. Like we'd ask, I was like, wait, when's the last time he put that on the line? And like, I don't know, like 2-3 months ago or something. Like, so it's weird, and it's a really easy way to kill a title run. With
EO, they're probably gonna wait until like SummerSlam and do like her versus Asuka.
Yeah, when Asuka wins like the Queen of the Ring. Yeah,
but I could see the only thing like I could see the Judgment Day storyline. I could see the Jade storyline, but like with EO, like they don't know how to build like EO, and I think it's just Japanese talent. Even Triple H, he's got that Vince McMahon syndrome where he don't know how to build Japanese talent. They just don't like Japanese talent because she should be having banger after banger promos and matches. Because I know WWE, it's all promo heavy. You gotta have 50,000 promos and like 3 matches.
Sometimes 4. Okay.
What if Jade beats Asuka and then beats Io and then Naomi cashes in? What if that's the plan?
That could be something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would like that except the part where Naomi cashes in. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like,
well, Jade.
He would cheer for Naomi even when she's a heel. I don't get that shit. I don't get it. But anyway, you asked me who would I want to be moved to the card, but the Guns. Scott should just be defending that championship. I think Selena Vega has been done a travesty. Even if she got the belt, they still like.
She's not really showing up on TV that much, even though she's a U.S. champ. Yeah,
I think if I had a conversation with Triple H, I'd just be like, man, listen, you need to be putting all your things into certain people. Like, if Selena Vega's one of them, like they have a golden goose in Selena Vega. Like they have like not people be. I think it's because of the size or whatever the case may be. But Selena Vega can easily transition, and she's an easily crossover star. She can trans over, and I've seen her like on a stream, like on one of the streamers. I don't know who the guy was, but like it was on a stream, and then one of my favorite streamers, Senna, she was talking about it. I feel like with her being in the anime, her being into that whole anime world, and I haven't watched anime in years, but like when I was, if I saw Selena Vega, I would put my own boys and be like, yo, you should check her out. She's dope. She can talk, she can wrestle. Yeah. You just need to give her the mic and she can get over. And like it's easy for her because she's not a natural talker. We was talking about offline about natural talkers, about how my nephew's a natural talker. She's a natural talker. Like, And like it's the same thing with Carmelo. Carmelo, you could give this man the ball, but you're not going to. And it's like, dog, what are you doing? Like it's just like I would have a list of people who they should be like. You should at least. I ain't asking you to put them as the world champion, but they should be doing something. Be built right, something, because they're barely on TV and it's ridiculous. Carmelo, who else? I'm trying to think. Carmelo, Selena Vega. Give Piper Niven and an Arbor Fire or something with Chelsea and stuff. Like, give them some interaction and stuff. Julia, they're giving Roxanne stuff. Who else I'm thinking of?
Yeah, she's next in line to be Dirty Dom's next girlfriend.
Yeah,
My
give her
dog
more.
Dom.
Where do I apply?
Yeah, I know, right? To be Dirty Dom, dude.
No.
No, he means where. Yeah, anyway.
No, I know. What is he? I know. Chris isn't. He loves him some Roxanne Perez.
She is cute though. She is cute. She's cute.
Nah, Dirty Dom.
And now a quick message from NXT and WB, and we'll get right back to the Leroy episode.
Congratulations to Johnny, Chris, and Jason on your 69th episode of the Invasion Angle podcast. But let me be clear, I'm only doing this cameo out of the sheer kindness of my heart, because as you can see, the king is at the gorgeous Animal Kingdom at Disney World, and I didn't want to take a second, not even a fraction, out of my glorious day to try and entertain you folks. But you know what? Here you go. You're welcome. So pay your respects to Lexis King and tune in this Tuesday on the CW network, where I knock the death out of Miles Bourne. That's right. I'm going to hit him so hard, he's going to be able to hear the crowd cheering and chanting my name when all is said and done in the ring. So thank you for this cameo. Thanks for reaching out, Johnny, Chris, and Jason. And don't forget the magic words, long live Lexis King.
Yeah, long live Lexis King, and yeah,
one take master.
Yeah, and thank you for the deaf joke. That'll go over well with our audience. Yeah, back to the interview.
I'm trying to think who else that I feel like is. Of course, I've always been a fan of Mia Yim, so Meacham. I've always been a fan of Meacham. Like I just feel like they just throw her out there and they don't really like give her like stories. Just like, here you go, here's your little story. You can create a story with Chelsea, and she'll work with you.
Yeah,
and not giving her stuff. Yeah, I think those are the ones. I know she did a big profile match with Becky, but I feel like even still, they're making Lyra look bad of like her costing Bailey the championships. I didn't like that at all. That just made Lyra look like not good in her position.
It seems like she might be working with Becky though, in secret.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Yeah. She just lost the title to her.
Well, they had a 3-match program, and it was honestly that match at the last pay-per-view. Becky and Lyra was the best match of that pay-per-view. They have amazing chemistry, so like I would like to see more with them. But yeah, I mean, if she does team with her, it'd be weird. I mean, they'd get the tag titles right away probably because Raquel has them by herself now with Liv Her. But yeah, but I don't know how that works. It'll obviously be something that would burst into flames again, I suppose, but guess we'll see. And as you're saying with Selena Vega, I'm still mad at her after she broke my president's, Madam President, Chelsea Green's nose. They made her bleed her own blood on live television, and I'm still trying to get over that. That affected me because Chelsea Green, to me, she's my goat.
Yeah. She doesn't like me anymore, but shout out to her. She's doing great work.
Yeah, someone's got to pay the bills at the Cardona house,
Somebody.
Someone's got to buy those toys.
Can't be out here at Cal State. I'm trying to think who else that I also want Ivy Nile to be built up like a badass. Cause she could
Yeah,
be a badass. She'd be like this little pit bull, but they're not doing that. I think that's about it. And those are people that I think on the main roster side. I would say on the NXT side, I really be watching NXT all the time. Like I catch SmackDown when I catch SmackDown on Raw, but like NXT's been my pleasure. Like I was saying earlier off camera about like old school NXT how it's so bad is good.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's kind of so NXT now is kind of decent. It's okay, but it's like it's in a territory so bad is good. Like they have some
yeah.
good storylines. They have the good stuff with Jordan and Jada Parker and stuff.
Have you liked the crossover with them and TNA?
Yeah, I wanted them to do more. More. I wanted them to bring more people over there. So I wanted them to bring more stars over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not bad. So
Did you like the Do you like Trick as champion of TNA right now? Because
at first I didn't like it, but now
yeah,
that they brought AJ Francis in there and Casey Navarro, it's one of my favorite things.
dude,
Yeah.
That
Casey's been great with that stable, dude.
all he needs is a group, and I'm like, I was slowly saying to my homie because he watches NXT with me, but he's a casual fan. He just casually
Yeah,
watches it. He mainly watches NXT with me and stuff, and he watches more on SmackDown. So, but we was talking. I was like, man, would it be so crazy if AJ Francis and Casey Navarro was out there, and they was in the whole group. And right when I said that, they came on like AJ pulled him out the ring, and I'm like, yes, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. So also, I'm just glad that Casey and AJ are getting to show like, hey, listen, AJ been cooking. I've been saying that he's definitely improved. Like he's not like he realized what he's good at. He realized what he brings to the table. Hey, I slam people. I choke slam people. I do a
yeah,
little agility, and that's about it.
yeah,
That's what legit he told me at MOW. He said, "I just do work. I do stuff where hurts. You doing all this extra stuff, calling all these extra moves." He said that to Alex Kane in the locker room one time. That got me dying laughing. I do stuff that hurts, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Um,
I laughed the other night because he was in ring and he was acting like he was gonna do the jump over the top rope, to get the redemption, and then as he's about to do it, he stopped and said, "Get the fuck out of here." He didn't say "Get the fuck
he's
out of
like,
here," but that was his body language. Like,
yeah, he's like,
nice
you
try,
man,
guys. You're not getting
he's
it.
like, you man.
Yeah, you're not getting it. Did you watch any of Worlds Collide with AAA and WWE / NXT?
I did, I did, I
That
did.
was the pay per view of the weekend for me compared to Money in the Bank, honestly.
Yeah, I
Because
did.
Vikingos has always been amazing, and Grande Americano, I think is one of the pound for pound best in WWE, even with his little medal in his mask, which good. He's allowed to have that. They're not allowed
Right,
to take your mask and check it. That's against Lucha rules.
right. I'm
What do you?
personally not a fan of Americano. But it's giving Mr. America vibes. I'm not liking it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fair
He
enough.
he did put him in the he was in one of Hulk's like he did like a promo for Hulk's like beer too, his American lager or whatever the fuck he calls it. But also Hulk Hogan is and his investment group have been considering buying Hooters. How do you feel about
oh
that? Because that
Lord.
was a question I had for
Ah,
you.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Dun,
Homie.
dun, 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 dun.
You can't
Listen,
keep getting away with this.
Yeah,
listen. This Jason, you just took the words out of my mouth. Like you can't get away with this shit. Like
yeah. Well, he's back to being Hollywood heel Hulk. So
I thought he was on his
hey,
deathbed for like 2 days.
He
that's what
looked like
Bubba the
it.
Love Sponge was saying. That's
Of
still like Bubba the
course.
Love Sponge, but it's hard to trust a guy
Who's looking crazy?
Yeah.
I can't
Hooters.
like. I think somebody needs to. I need somebody to buy Hooters. That's not Hulk Hogan, because if you get some of the girls not gonna like my complexion. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'd rather have Vince Russo running it.
Yeah.
Something.
Get
You're
him
gonna
in
get
there,
girls that
bro.
don't even like the chocolate, So
Yeah, and that's just not acceptable. It's not what Hooters stands for.
no, all kinds of different baddies and Hooters and stuff. So
Big or small. We love them all.
We love them
Yep.
all.
Absolutely. And that kind of leads us to AEW. What are you liking? Is the Death Riders? How are you feeling about that, Leroy? Because I wanted to ask you, is Jon Moxley's Reign of Terror? Are you enjoying it? Are you getting pissed about it like some fans? Or
bro, I think if you're getting pissed and it says it's the boring shit on TV, I'll be in spaces, I'll be on TikTok live, and they be like, I don't like it, I don't like it. Man, listen, you're not watching this shit. I've been watching this shit from the get go. This shit is fantastic. I think this is Moxley's best heel, his best heel work ever.
Yeah.
Not even say in years, ever. Bro, when you DDT Willow and motherfucker come for your head, mega heel, bro.
I
That's
love
villain
that.
status.
I loved every second of him DDTing Willow because I've been waiting for someone to do it.
How dare you, dude?
Nuts.
John is very he's got
I got
bad
huge
takes.
I got huge kayfabe heat with Willow. So
why you got heat with Willow?
That's the last person that you
Yeah.
I'm just fucking tired of it. From beginning to start. And so that moment when that happened, I jumped so high out of my chair. Yeah, it was.
What did Willow do to
next
you?
level.
What's going on here,
dude?
It's a good question.
I could do an entire episode of the things she's
what
done.
the
I
hell?
mean, most recently in that
I'm a
match.
huge fan.
Most recently in that match.
Give me one, like, give me the genesis, like the one thing that she did that just like, oh brother.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the most recent one. So in that match, the Jacksons, who I love, more than anything in the world, the EVPs, they clear the ring by double super kicking everybody, and then they double super kick her, and she doesn't even fall down. Really, we're booking her like she's Andre the Giant or something. It's almost as bad as when Aubrey goes into business for herself all the time. Remember, you're a ref. Yeah, you can do some funny things sometimes.
So
do the funny things when the cameras are off.
That's what it is. So you could have
That's
just
the
said
most
that.
recent thing. That's the most recent thing. Yeah.
I know you're heat with Aubrey, but like Willow,
dude, Willow.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I look at you differently now. I don't know.
No, it's been going for a while because last year I said she was one of my favorite women wrestlers, like of the year. I think Chris might have even, maybe not.
She was my top 10.
Yeah, and John was giving her shit. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Imagine about Willow.
Yeah, yeah. I started crying.
It's okay. You can be wrong. It's chill.
I don't know if you ever see me post about it. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter or not. But like I said, I was like, I don't know a person that hates Willow, and if you hate Willow, I just look at you side eyed. I don't want to say I want to know you, but I just look at you side eyed. So I'm gonna look at you side eyed.
Hey, listen, now you met someone, and Willow. I mean, I don't know. She came in, and to me, she was just doing the 2015 "Let me hug you" Bailey gimmick, and I said, "Get this shit off my AEW TV. Get this shit the fuck off my TV.
Come on,
Get
man.
this out of here." She's I guess so. She's a butterfly, I guess. I don't know. I just wish Chris Statlander.
What if that's just her as a human being? She just likes being bubbly and hugging people. Like, what if that's just her?
Yeah.
Why does she gotta be Bailey?
You gotta just amplify,
I wish Chris Statlander. I wish Chris Statlander gave her color for sure.
Don wasn't hugged growing up. That's why.
Yeah, they gave a lot of the love to me growing up and didn't save any for John.
I was watching Willow a ton on ROH. And, yeah,
He
I
just
don't
wants to
know.
brush over that. They got me pay-per-views, for him.
Yeah,
That's
Few
what
and
it
far
is.
between. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's
So
what
But
it
that
is.
the with little Chris Statlander his stuff hits differently because it's personal. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. This is
it's
his
all personal.
this is
Yeah.
his heel origin story, I think.
Well, no. Well, the initial heel origin story, a little before that, the Bailey shit was pissing me off. But also because like I don't, I want to see that. I want to see that animal. I don't want to see, floating down the ring like a butterfly and I love everybody. All right. And because I think she does have endless potential. But when they,
You remind
but
me of my friend. The belt guy, as we call him, was my
yeah,
manager.
Shout out the
He's
belt
also,
god.
he hated West Swan every time he came down on WTV. Look at this guy dancing and cheesing and smiling. He was like, I can't stand that shit. He's like, you
yeah,
can't handle it. You just like, you can't handle this. You can't handle it. You can't have a burger.
yeah.
But you need to. He would hate it.
Well,
He would hate it.
yeah.
He's like,
Well, yeah. Well, what made me really, really sick to my fucking stomach, because I can deal with like the happy-go-lucky character, but when the goat Mercedes Monet got hurt, and then Willow ends up getting the NJPW strong title, and she's walking
That's
around with the
definitely
purple
where it
title.
started.
It's purple for fucking
oh,
Mercedes Monet, the CEO. Okay, don't
I think it
fucking
looked
carry
great
that
on
around.
Willow.
Oh yeah, great. I'm glad it matched her color tones too, to make it seem like it went with her gear. But everyone fucking knows that was made for Mercedes Monet, and she was just holding it for her. Thanks for holding it for the CEO. Just like Tony's doing right now when Mercedes is going to grab her 7th title, because she's the CEO and she's unstoppable and she has the best finisher in all of wrestling right now.
So since we're talking about AEW,
CEO.
you got
Yeah.
any other ones? Cause I there's one that I'm gonna say about Mercedes, unless you got another topic.
Oh no, you can. Yeah, I want to hear how you're feeling about Mercedes these days.
I love that the haters are being mad and getting upset. Like, I love it. I love it. I essentially would just start typing CEO, CEO. This because motherfuckers says I've been seeing this on my timeline on Twitter, on TikTok about the belts conversations, about the belt gimmick conversation. Is like,
Yeah.
dog, like, well, listen. I always said this, and people was like, "Oh, and it wasn't like I hated her. It was like they never had give her a fair shake. They
Yeah.
never really gave her, like, if you think about it, so I think when you're a fan of WWE and you've been watching that shit for years and you watch that whole run, you're like, oh, Mercedes got a good. You're like, oh yeah, Sasha Banks got a good run, but like if you go back and watch it, no, she, like, at one point she was taking pins for a lot of different people,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
only time she would win, it would be a back and forth with Charlotte. I think she lost to, like, Nia Jax, and then they had that whole feud, and then she got injured, and then she did that Hell in a Cell, and I think she had to tap
Yeah.
out then, at then and stuff, and then Bailey was, turned on her, and then they had that match, and then the pandemic stuff. It was like she really never got a run like she's got now, and people, I think it's just like it's tribalistic, but it's like a cult thing of like, now that she's gone, we can hate on Mercedes, but like she's like, at the end of the day, her career is gonna be certified as one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Um,
Ever. I think ever. I think Tony Khan's booking her to be one of the best women's wrestlers ever as
right,
far as
and they
accomplishments.
hate
And
that.
the
They hate it's
matches
not in
back it
WWE.
up too, though. The match quality has been fantastic, and she's put on so many fucking good matches. It's everything goes along with it. So there's nothing I can hate on with this run.
It's just what I say that they're hating, but it's not in WWE and stuff. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna say this about AEW, and we're gonna have to be into it because I'm about to. This is my true feelings. See, I'm actually about to give a real pipe bomb, unlike John Cena's cherry bomb.
Oh
Um,
shit.
WWE fans that believe that there's no, it's not a competition thing, or that WWE's trying to keep up with AEW. It really, people would think, oh, AEW's trying to keep up with WWE. No, AEW's got in their lane, they're doing their thing, and now that they feel like they got in their thing, they got cheaper tickets. The content is way better than WWE. And when you have the content, not the ticket sales, not the who sold this venue out, not the whole blah blah blah, whatever they like to do. They like to pick and choose stuff. I'm gonna just use this scenario because I got this from Covalent TV. They always say people stay at their talking points, but I'm giving them a shout out. Shout out to Daryl and Warner over there. I like that stuff. It's not your business is bad because you're doing mid shit. You put on a mid product because you're doing mid shit. You're going back to Vegas because that was the only place that can sell out. And let's be honest, I mean, it wasn't like it was selling, but it wasn't selling as much as you think it was selling. Not gonna get into the numbers, but like, hey, listen, uh, and these WWE drones, as Covalent likes to say, drones
John,
and Fed
what do you have
walkers.
to say?
Hey,
You know,
I love them both.
these Fed walkers who act like they're WWE fans, but they come on and they secretly or they go to the AEW events and they act like they're AEW fans. But we know you ride for the flag, you ride for that W. And I'm not
Yeah.
even. I'm because I wrestled at AEW or I worked there. I'm pro AEW. No, this is a. We need to take off the glasses, dog. Take off the glasses and look in to the eyes and be like, listen, hey, AEW's out here kicking ass. Why can't we kick ass?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that's what WWE needs to do.
there is a reality to that. Like it's weird. Like I saw what was the thing I went to? Revolution, I'm pretty sure. And I went there with my fiance, and like next to me there's this kid, like probably like a couple years younger than us.
Full
And
gear.
he was there you go, full gear. Thanks, Chris. Um but yeah, so he like just keeps looking over, and like as the Mercedes Monet match is happening, he's like, oh yeah, like I don't know, is she really that good, is she worth the money? And I'm like, why are you here if you're like hating on this
Fuck
product
outta
so
here.
much? But it was weird, it was just like, and then like as slowly
You
as the
caught a Fed
matches kept
walker.
going, yeah, as the
Yeah.
matches went on, he was like, oh, this is pretty crazy, he saw there was a Takeshita match and that like blew him away. And I'm like, yeah, see, guys, why do we have to
Yeah.
be so loyal to like, just to
Yeah.
be.
I mean, AEW is cooking right now. Overall, it's the
Yeah.
as far as a weekly show, better product. WWE obviously has a banging roster too. It's just, yeah, I feel like they're trying to like figure some things out. And I mean, of course, it's John
Bad
Cena
year for them.
stuff. Like,
I must say it.
yeah,
I'll say it's a bad year. It's a bad year for
yeah.
them.
I thought
I
WrestleMania
only
41 was underwhelming.
And I say this because, like I said earlier, it's so bad. It's so bad, but it's good. Like Roxanne being the cute one that she is, and being helping out in this angle, and Raquel being Big Mommy Cool out here, looking good
Yeah.
out here. Not just physically and but like they made her actually look good for once. And if they keep doing that, oh, I don't know, we might have another contender like being a
Yeah.
badass. What else? Other than that, everything else is mid. John Cena is probably the worst hero I've ever seen in my damn life because he's just doing shit like I'm a hero and I talk like this and I move like this and I do every heel trope and I hit everybody with the belt and I do this and I just look a frown face and I'm mine.
Dude, he's
And so
taking wrestling with him. All right, it ends when he
Yeah.
leaves with that
I'm gonna
title.
destroy wrestling. I was like,
But you
brother,
know,
you already did that when you came out and wrestled every night. Jesus
yeah.
Christ. It's
But
like,
what WWE does have though is they got the roller coaster. And when Cody does turn heel, which I think he will before the end of this year, I think that'll be a part of this Cena
Maybe like
intertwining
tweener,
storyline.
in between.
He will become full Homelander. He will 100% do it, and I think that'll be big for WWE. And I think put
who
put
do
the
you think
title
he's gonna
on LA Knight.
who do you
LA
think
Knight. Yeah.
who do you think he's gonna have a who do you think he's going who do you think you have enough people to be rivals with? Because I feel like if you turn him heel, he won't have enough people to beef with and be rivals with.
Well, I mean, CM Punk, LA Knight, Jey Uso,
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, Damian Priest. I like what they've been doing with Karrion Kross because he's getting like a lot of fans behind him online and just overall in general. They show like him doing dark matches and people are going crazy. So I would like to see them make Karrion like a great heel and who he
Yeah.
can and should be, because Karrion can really do anything, like his.
Yeah. I think the
Unfortunately, the old
biggest
man fucked his run up, but
the biggest issue is like I think sometimes like they don't put stock in some of like these young, not even younger, but like people that aren't, super household names, like they won't let a gimmick run long enough or like a storyline run long enough
Right.
with them.
yeah.
Right.
So that's my only issue.
And you know what? WWE is missing the needle pusher, the OTC. So if we can get the OTC back in here by SummerSlam, because I mean, it's hard not to cook when you got Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Seth doing his thing, LA Knight. I mean, CM
But
Punk. They had so many top stars, but
didn't he say he was
it's
taking a step back for a while?
yeah. I mean, I
I think
guess
so.
yeah,
He does it all the
but
time. I'm taking a step back now for 6 months. But I think this. I think so, and I'm not saying this because I personally was talking to him and knowing him and stuff. Or was on the show. I've always thought this about Karrion Cross. You really have a future. You really not even future. You have a main event like in your depths of like you're not using. Like it's not even like a future main eventer. He's a future. No, he's like you can put him in the main event tomorrow, and he would fucking.
Yeah.
I feel like he would kill it though. Like
yeah,
he's people. I think Derby fans didn't appreciate him, and I think like he just like what, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna get my problems out. And said that was a work, but I don't think that was a work. The way he was saying the stuff, he was shooting, bro. He was like. He
yeah,
was like I think he was almost at the wit's end of like I can only be so loyal so many times for you guys
yeah,
to fucking fuck me over, and he's like I feel like it's coming, so I'm going in there. I'm gonna ran out. I'm gonna go crash out for a little bit, and like it's relatable. It's like you've been at a job so long, and then you thinking, oh, the boss likes you, but he's not giving you all. He's not giving you the. Well, I don't know. I've had bosses, but I never had a long term boss. But like, people can relate to that shit. Being
yeah,
underutilized and being thing. And it's somebody said like he's doing this alternative underground thing, anti-hero, like the next CM Punk. Like, no, he's just being like, I'm tired of this shit, and I'm gonna fucking, go off on people.
um,
The funny
Yeah.
thing is,
I mean, it's still the same character. He's always had like a weird, mysterious vibe.
mm-hmm,
yeah. And I mean,
show more
Vince
himself.
fucked him. Vince fucked him. He got to the main roster because Vince and Triple H had their own off-screen weird shit going on. So like anyone that would come up from NXT, he would. And
you can't use that expression anymore.
Yeah, that whole
allegedly,
everything you just said, I was like, is this breaking news?
metaphorically, okay. And by
Yeah,
having Jeff
yeah.
Hardy beat him in a roll up his first match on the main roster after his dominance in NXT, and then Vince made him a jobber for fucking ever. So it was tough. But one thing about Triple H is he is loyal to the NXT stars that he cared a lot
He
about,
likes
and that was
Karrion
one of
Kross.
them. Yeah, and that's why he brought him back. And so yeah, I think WWE, like, we're gonna have to. AEW is spanking that ass right now, big time. And you can see that with the ratings.
You need these W with fat walkers, the drones to be like, listen. You need to
Yeah.
this is not this on the company, this is the fans. And you just need to accept that, hey, listen, you're getting your ass whooped. It's kind of like my uncle used to say this wrestling. He used to saying, I think when I would play sports or whatever, he come see me, he's like, Leroy, you getting your ass whooped. There's nothing you can do but take this whooping, and when you get an opening, you just fuck somebody up. Like that. That's what he used to say. So you just got, hey man, WWE fans, you just got to take this L.
Yeah, all WWE fans, they'll all tell you it's all because of Dewey, because he was supposed to be a part of the John Cena the storyline. He fucked it all up, which that did fuck some things up, but that didn't. I think what fucked up things even more is Travis Scott coming out to help Cena beat Cody Rhodes after a insane run.
There's many things that I don't.
Travis Scott.
There's many things that I don't fold for, and like I don't like you. It's not like I don't want to, or I don't want to, but like there's not a thing that I want to. There's not stuff that interests me over there. But there's two things that do interest me. That out of all the things, it would be. Look at that. It would be fucking Logan Paul and Trevor Scott, dog. Like that interests me. Like if Cody was like, hey, you want to do an angle with me and Trevor Scott and Logan Paul? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to do it. That and I just would love to clothesline one of them. I don't know Logan Paul from a hole in the wall other than he had started wrestling and he's a YouTuber. But like, I just want to clothesline.
Yeah.
To some people, you just want to clothesline.
Yeah. I know the Mav as the wrestler that does the best buckshot lariat in all of wrestling. That's how I know him. That's how
you just want to chop. He like before it now,
Wait, hold on. You cut out for a second. What'd you say?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in the kitchen. It cuts out when I'm in the kitchen.
So you're more of a Jake Paul fan over Logan, or?
I don't know, cause Jake Paul, he's all right. I don't have no bad or feelings to him. I don't know. So he seems cool. I don't know. You know what I would say this. I can't like put feelings into somebody that I don't know really. Like that I know they do. I know they made their living on the internet. I know like the OGs of like streaming and all that kind of stuff. But like I can't like say, hey, I like this person. Oh, I like that person. But I think I would have a conversation with both of them though.
Yeah. Do you think Logan has a better buckshot lariat than Hangman? Objectively?
No. Not a chance.
Yeah. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Come on,
I don't
man.
know. I mean, I know Hangman did it first, but Logan did it best. I mean,
the one thing I disagree with Logan on. He talked to Hangman Page, and it was okay for him to do that thing. I mean, maybe your manager's there, but I don't see Logan Paul saying, "Hey, can I do your move? The move that you've been winning championships with." The move that you was doing before, the innovative one. Come on now, like.
Well, he didn't even know about it. That's people inside WWE taking shots at AEW.
Giving it
like
to him,
Logan Paul had no idea. He was just like, try this.
He literally just did a move like not too long ago that Super Crazy has done like a billion times, and he's like, there's like a little like WWE doc or like some kind of clip, and he's like, no one has ever done this in WWE, and then there's clips of Super Crazy doing it. It's like the weird moonsault off the top, bro.
You know what? I think they just give him. I just think they just give him, tell him about moves this is what I think. Okay, so check this out. And shout out to Soul Worker because I'm gonna say this. I never met her, but I feel like she's a nice ass person. I feel like that move that she does is that cutter kind of maneuver she does. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever seen it, like
Oh,
flipping cutter.
we love it. We love it. It's
You
okay.
know who moves that was first? That was Dante Leon's move.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like an agent said it might have been Hurricane, and they've been like, "Yo, you should hit this move," and like, and she did it, like and she's like, "Oh, let me see it again," and didn't even know who Dante Leon was, and just did it. Also, I feel like somebody also said to, or I just feel like one of the W's trainers said, "You should hit this move," which he did. Shane, he did Shane. Who was it? Not Shane Taylor. Who was it? The Iron Demon. He did the Iron Demon move.
Shane Mercer.
Yeah, did his move.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit. When I seen it, I was like, oh, that's Shane Mercer's move. And yeah, it's good if you're giving them moves, but like,
yeah, that's how it is.
but I talked to
WWE
Shane
takes from the
Mercer.
indies. Yeah, how is
Sure.
Shane Mercer not in AEW yet? I don't understand AEW or WWE or NXT.
I don't understand.
It doesn't add up to me. I don't get it.
I don't know.
I really
know.
don't.
Maybe Tony ain't rocking with him. I don't know. Maybe he's not like not for me.
At least
I don't know.
ROH. I mean, he's just one of the best in the ring in the world. Like, just
I don't
has so much
understand it.
originality, some variations on top of variations of moves that are his own. Like, he's just so pro. It's weird to me, but yeah, but we were talking about heat earlier and going to different territories. I don't think there'd be anyone with any more heat than if Logan Paul came out in Japan, wearing that green monster hat.
Get the fuck out.
I mean, that is next level heat. If you want to see riots, you want to see those nice Japanese fans go from golf claps to just, freaking the fuck out. Let's see it. Let's see the Mav show up in his little alien hat.
I watched an episode of him saying he just discovered underground wrestling, and I think he discovered independent wrestling recently. I think him discovering underground wrestling. I think he probably pulled up a lot of viral clips. And I think somebody told me this, and I think they was pulling my leg, but they couldn't be. It sounded like he was pulling my leg, but they could have probably. It's just gonna sound real cocky. I think he watched one of my matches. I think he watched my match when I pulled out the gun. I have a feeling because he said in one of the clips, yeah, we saw somebody in one match pull out a gun, and I was like, you can't only be talking about me, like,
yeah,
yeah, literally,
like he's like, yeah, we saw this dude, and he's like, this. I don't know if it's but we saw this dude. So.
Do you want to elaborate for our audience on what you're talking about? That was from GCW Backyard. I want to say 2020, was it? Or is it 2021?
Oh, yeah, Backyard Wrestling 2. He was in 2020.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's when when Death Boy was talking all that shit about Mama Nancy, and they put out the gat, smacked the shit out of him, and let him know that he don't play around here. So, that's why Matt Cardona is scared of me.
Yeah.
and MJF, so. I got TV scars. I got TV scars out here scarred.
Yep. Cardona said, "What a gun! I just want to go home to my toys, please."
He's like, my GI Joe has one of those.
Yeah.
He legit won't not wrestle me, which is hilarious because I'm trying to get this match going. I've tried to get this match several different ways of like happening, but it just won't. This is not happening.
Yeah,
and like he's scared. Like if he sees this logo or one of my other logos that says Nash Leroy, he gets like this. He's like,
Yep. Quenches his cheeks, and that John Cena toy goes up even higher into his colon. I know. He But yeah, I mean, it's funny, but that's kind of we were actually talking about this with a previous guest, and I guess like, I feel like you are the wrestler's favorite wrestler, and like literally every wrestler from the indies to the major level knows who Nasty Leroy is. You know, guests we have on like they right away. You know, like Puff. From most recent, we had Zamir Zarel on, who is
I mean, even Mickey Knuckles, Leroy's
Mickey
worked
Knuckles
with,
as well. Yeah, yeah.
I've worked with her recently when she sat on me.
Yep, and the clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That was quite a moment. Yeah, it took all of the Juggalo Championship Wrestling folks to take Leroy out.
Yeah.
Jumping me and shit.
So that's some
Jumping.
that's some
Yeah.
kayfabe power. I don't know.
That is Brock Lesnar level kayfabe power, you know, but with talent on the mic. That's the main difference.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just amazing. Like, you know, it's like when we went to, any shows that we've gone to with you. It's just like every wrestler drops what they're doing to shout out and talk with Leroy, and that's why it's just like, yeah, I'm excited for this. Now that you're fully back in the game, the things to come, because I think there's endless amounts of gas in your tank. And who we glossed over, but one of the best wrestlers in the world is in WWE, and that is the werewolf Jacob Fatu. All gas, no brakes.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's who I want to see as a champ eventually. But yeah. So are you any upcoming GCW events this coming year that you're kind of looking at or might collab on? Or
I will say something about Jacob. Jacob is I worked with Jacob like one or two times. Because the promoter at the time, Roman Rose, it was Third Coast Wrestling that he had, and I was doing some stuff with Lord Adrian, and we did a whole thing with him and this guy named was it Jay Lucas, Jay Rock. It was somebody. He was this guy from Texas that he was called the Rock Riler, and they just stuck us together.
Jay Davis. Jay Davis.
Jay Davis. That's what it was. And he was a member of the North team for a little bit, and that was what I was doing my heel shit. I got some heat, but I think if I kept being down there, I would have been like in probably like 6 months, 4 to 5 months, I would have been a baby again. But like, it was good shit. It was good stuff. We did another show. It just never got aired. 2 other shows we did. It never got aired. But I came out there with Jacob, and he said, yeah, we want to, because they were cheering for him and stuff. But he was like, yeah, we're gonna turn you heel, so you're gonna work with Leroy. So Jacob's cool as hell. I got in. I was in the hotel with him and Gino or Data, and we didn't know who should take the. He's like, yeah, I'll take the bed, or I can get another one or whatever. So nah, man, I'm gonna go stay with my cousin anyway because I wanted to, and I didn't see him in a while, and I thought like, but the hotels was booked up, so I was like, I'm gonna let you take it, Jacob. You got it, bro. He was real cool. I got to chop it up with him. We got to really like talk for like 20, 30 minutes, like for like a little bit, like not even 40, but we talked for a little. We talked for a while, and like we just talked about having him on a nasty team and wanting to get him a shirt. I just never got him a shirt, and I felt so bad. Like I felt so bad like not getting him a shirt, but he was definitely a member. He was definitely a member, and I liked having him there. He already thought my cousin Rock was already in business when I showed him that promo. He's like, he's already in the business. That guy's a natural. But yeah, so when we came out together, I remember part of the promo. Let me see if I still remember some of it. So he would come out, he would be like, Church. He was like, wait a minute. He was like, he was like, I'm gonna. He was about to talk, but then he gave it to me, gave the mic to me. I got it, and I'm like, in this promotion, you can cuss and everything. And so they'd be like, and I'll be like, I need all you Dallas Cowboy pieces of shit to shut the hell up. One, because you looking at the greatest, not only the greatest wrestler, not only the greatest person to come from the Hawaii 5-2 family, aka the bloodline in these beasts. You looking at a person from the Bay Area, from he cheers for the Raiders. Not he don't cheer for like the San Francisco 49ers like his cousins and his brothers and all that. He cheers because the Raiders are dogs. Unlike you pieces of crap that couldn't win a bowl. If you couldn't win at a puppy bowl, you couldn't win nothing at a even dog food at a puppy bowl. Like, and I was like, so what else would I say? I said, so what's gonna happen is he's gonna show how he's a real, not only real OG, but he's gonna show why he's the best out of why 5-2 family. Even, and I'm gonna say it right the fuck now, better than Roman goddamn Reigns. You heard what I said. Boo! Yeah, no. So what you need to do is acknowledge me. Goddamn it, you need to acknowledge me for the best manager in pro wrestling today. Okay. Fucking sports entertainment bullshit. You didn't acknowledge me, okay? You didn't acknowledge me, the greatest manager out here with the greatest talent. Repping the nasty team. Look at clean with hands. Look at me. Leaning with the nasty lean. He
We
said,
acknowledge you.
So that's what I said. That's what I said. And,
that man is the one.
So the funny thing is, the girl had this stink face. She was just doing like this. She was just like, I was like, no, it was like this girl was having her. She was like this because he was not feeling it. So, and then she wasn't like, I'm mean at you, but she was like, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah.
So the boyfriend came over, and this is a red tight trick that I've learned over the years. So the boyfriend was like, yeah, this is stuff, you ugly, you this, you that, whatever. I was like, you know what? You know what? Or I'm not. I don't be making the ladies bored. It's what you be doing over here. Look at your girl. And he looked over, and she's just like, "What you done? You in a doghouse, dog? What you done?" I was like, "Listen, you get with that man, mama. You ain't gotta worry. Your face ain't gonna be like that all the time. You gonna be like this, but you gonna be smiling." I say, "Yo, one ticket to Pound Town would change your life." So,
town.
And so the boyfriend was about to fight me and stuff, and this is genius. So I said, so Jacob got out the ring. He said, "What's going on, brother? What's the problem?" So I said, "Get him right there. Get him right there." He switched up. I don't want no problems. Yeah, you don't want no goddamn problems. You goddamn right. You don't want no problems. I'm buying them. I'm like this. Yeah, you don't want no goddamn problems. You don't want to with my boy Jacob. You don't want this Super Saiyan in this piece, okay? Super Saiyan Samoan out here. You don't want it. Big talk. I'm like doing like this is in front of wrestling fans and like non-wrestling fans. So like the non-wrestling fans are like upset with me. So like, he's like, why you hiding behind Jacob? Why you hiding behind Samoan? I said, mind your business, okay? You worried about the wrong things, okay? It's hilarious.
It's fucking great.
Classic to it. It was classic. I love Jacob. Jacob saw it. It was great. He was like, yeah, shut your ass up. Walk over there and beat your ass.
Yeah. But that's one thing I'd say WWE has done really well is how they've booked him, and they made Roman Reigns like kind of scared of him and everybody, and they've booked him super heavy as he should be. And it's just WWE fans. It's like very easy to get people over that are super talented when they come in and they do moves and do stuff that they've never seen before because they're not paying attention to the indies. They're not paying attention to AEW. You know, that's why when they see Logan Paul do, you know, the buckshot lariat and all this other stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. He's a genius. How did he come up with this? But
what
yeah.
the hell? Also, last episode we announced that you would be coming on for the 69 extravaganza, and I think we have a rap bastard sent a video in. and they said they wanted to speak on some stuff with you, Nasty Leroy. So I'm going to show you right now, and we're going to see what this man said.
It's your boy, the one, the only Hot Dog Man from Hot Dog Land. My name is Hot Dog Starks, and I have the privilege and the honor to deliver this very special message to you, Nasty Leroy. Leroy, we've met, we've crossed paths maybe once or twice, and it has come to my attention that you, Leroy, think you are that man. But you're not. You're absolutely not. You're not that man. Why? Because you're beefing with my brother in meat. You're beefing with my tag team partner. Yes, I am talking about the one and only world's famous cheeseburger. And if you're beefing with him, then you got beef with the big dog. That's right. King Glizzy, Bun Nasty, Hot Dog Stark. So Nasty Leroy, I just want to let you know that you are 100% a dirty rat bastard. That's right. You are a rat bastard. And if you think for 1 second that you can go one-on-one with the great Bun, and I'm not just referring to myself, I am referring to Cheeseburger. If you think you go one-on-one with Cheeseburger, you got another thing coming, because you, Leroy, you will not last a second in the ring. So I need you to crawl back into whatever rinky-dink hole you crawled out of and just drop it and accept the fact that you are not that man. Cheeseburger is. You are not the big Bun. That's me and Cheeseburger. And Meat on a Mission, we just want to let you know that you are a rat bastard.
Wow.
Those are some serious allegations, accusations.
Well, it looks like they're trying to bring the heat, and I think, yeah, I mean, we'll give you the 4 to
Speak your mind
to the Bun Boys, whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to start beef. I don't know.
Yeah.
Meat on a Mission.
I think you're muted, Leroy. Maybe not. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah.
Leroy's laughing so hard that I don't know if it can make it out.
But
hold on. Let me get this out. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you want to have the audacity with your little. You want to come on here with your hot dog suit on. You want to come on here, challenge me, talk about my Bun brothers, my Bun Nasty, King Glizzy himself, and you wanna challenge me. You and your what's wrong with y'all fruit products trying to start with me? See, listen. I've been waiting for Cheese to get more as people, because the what he did to me at New South will not be unpunished. For those who don't know, you can go look this up on YouTube. It was I think a 7-man tag. See, I'm out in Alabama. I'm out at the Hoss tournament. I'm chilling. I'm doing my thing. He walks up to me after I'm coming back from the store, give me something to eat, give me something to drink, and wants to challenge me to a match. So he's all big, because at the time he couldn't stop not bringing up that he would tell anybody and everybody, AEW, wherever he be, oh, I beat Nasty Leroy, but the footage shows that I beat him.
Check the
And
tapes.
he couldn't have that on his conscience. MVP roasting him, talking about you can't even win against nobody, let alone can't beat Nasty Leroy. So what makes you think you're gonna beat Bobby Lashley? And he just he had to do. He did cheat, but he also I shouldn't be respect no better than this rap answer. One, let's get to the fact that you like my catchphrase so much you had to do it so many times. You had to do it just like this. You had to do my catchphrase. You are a rat bastard. What is that? What is that? What is that? What are you doing? First, if you're gonna say my catchphrase, if you're gonna say my stuff, you gotta say some with some sauce on it. How you have a hot dog? You got no sauce on it, okay? How you a food product and you have no sauce to it? I'm gonna say it right because I should be only saying it. Hot dog, you are a rat bastard who hangs out with rats. El rata in Spanish, okay? El rat bastard in Spanish. And when I learn the Japanese version, you that too, okay? The hell is going on? You know what? I'm glad you and Cheeseburger are gonna be a team. Because the fact of the matter is, I can bring out my people. See, I can start bringing out, for the active team is, you know what? We're gonna move to the national team. The national team is not active. But what's active is this ass whooping that me and my boy that I'm gonna bring out that I'm not even gonna say. And you know what? I've been wanting to team with him. I've been wanting to team with him. So we can get this match for whatever Booker territory happens. And I have a feeling that you're not gonna like the person that I have built because you forgetting that I'm connected out here in these streets. And I have been wanting to team with somebody for a long time. So this gives me a reason to team with this person and whoop up on somebody. Whoop on some fruit products and pack them up, eat them up, and throw away the wrapper. I ain't even gonna tell you who they are. I ain't not even tell who not they are, but who it is. All you need to know is you've been sliding in the wrong bun, the wrong part of restaurant, whatever you've been doing. But you out here taking my sins and you can't even put no sauce on it. I got a problem with you because you're my bum brother. Can your bum brother fight back? No, can't. Because I've been putting their paws and hands on them, feet and arms on them, forearms, arms on them. And also, you keep playing around, I'm going to take your girl. Because I know you got a girl. You'll keep playing around, she going to go to Pound Town. She going to want to know where I'm that man, okay? You ain't that one, so you gotta calm that down, okay?
Yeah, I think that was a mistake because I think a fire was relit in Nasty Leroy that I haven't seen in a while, and I think everyone should be scared now. I think this is what Leroy needed.
I think they're in over their heads.
I was there live when you entered the Wrestle Pro Rumble where Cheeseburger was and Hot Dog Starks. So I've seen this rivalry build,
yeah. And he's still mad because I whooped his ass too. That's what it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's time to shut down the kitchen.
Long-term story booking.
They got the trash.
Storytelling and booking. Yeah, I mean, we need a place and a time. So, I mean, I think any wrestling company across the whole U.S. or the world would be lucky to get this and to a partner that will be named for Nasty Leroy. As he just mentioned, he's got a million different badasses that he could have as his partner. So I would love to see it. I mean, I think it's long overdue. And check one on the Nasty Leroy wrist, and then eventually Cardona. He's down the road, and he'll get those nasty hands too, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure next time I
Uh-oh, John's cutting out. Anyway.
Is this me or him?
No, you're
I
good.
think
It's
it's
him.
him. They froze.
What were you saying,
Oh,
John?
okay.
They're in the same house, so.
Am I
Oh,
frozen?
They're back.
Now we're back.
You
We're
both
back.
were.
Yeah.
I think it was Cardona and Cheeseburger trying to break into
Man, what the hell?
this. Yeah. Well, Leroy's promo was so badass that I think it melted our computers and the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, melted the mainframe.
Yeah. Mainframe melted.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I'm glad
damn.
you're back out there, Leroy. We appreciate you coming on. I don't know. We got some more questions, guys.
It's movie of the week time.
Is it? Ooh.
Yeah, so this is how we like to give him the
You got it, John. You got it.
Yeah, so this is how we like to end the pod. Like to talk movies and kind of our movie of the week, a movie you saw recently that you fucked with, or just a movie you think people should see. We can start with Chris.
Oh shit. Yo, I'm gonna suggest a movie you shouldn't see.
Okay. All right, I like that.
I saw it's called Bride Hard. It's Rebel Wilson's new movie where it's a take on Die Hard, but she's an undercover spy as a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
And holy shit, is it bad. So
Okay.
go ahead and don't check that out.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rebel. I really wanted it to be funny, and it was really bad.
Still got love for you though.
Yeah. Go ahead. Anyone else?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's all you got? You go for it, John.
I don't know if I don't want to take yours away, but I did watch Friendship.
Yeah,
Finally.
we watched it together. It was a good one.
Was that on digital? I don't know if that's what you were gonna say, Jason, but yeah, it was cool. Very dark and spooky, and it was like an extension of his show, kind of. But like instead of an 8-minute clip, it was like a full movie, and the universe just kept going. And it's weird. It's like definitely I was enjoying it the whole time. Then when it ended, I was like, I hate that this is over. I want to see more.
Yeah.
But I also felt like super depressed after, like, because it's such a
Yeah.
dark world, I guess, without even thinking about it, because you're laughing the whole time. But then when it ended, like, I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
It's a sad story.
Yeah, but I'm trying to take my wife out to the sewers this weekend, and
You
try to
should.
mix things up for an adventure. And so I'm gonna try that out and see how it goes.
Hell yeah.
She's in the sewers.
Yeah, she's in the sewers. Yeah. But
Yeah.
what was yours, Jason?
Well, I did enjoy Friendship as well, but other movie I watched is called Blue Ruin. It was pretty good, and it's like a revenge type movie. I don't know. Don't really know what else to say. It's got the Buzz from Home Alone is in it for some reason.
All-star cast.
Buzz.
And that dude from a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. The director is really good. He did did Green Room. He's got a movie coming out called October, like a Halloween type movie. So I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, what'd you watch, Leroy?
Or anything you?
I haven't been watching it. I've been trying to get into different stuff, but like TV wise and stuff like that. I try to watch the show Bridgerton, but it's not really for me.
Not hitting.
I'm trying to watch different stuff on Netflix. I like Love Island, but I gotta go find it on other sites.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of different new music though. So
What
my
kind?
new artist. So new rap, new hip hop and stuff. So my new favorite artist is a guy by the name of let me get it right. Belly Cushington is his name. He's here an Atlanta artist, but he's just becoming real popular. His song, he got the song 75 on 75. The song You Need to Leave is really good. The introduction. He's a dude from, I think he's the east side of Atlanta. But yeah, this mixed black and white guy. And I say black and white because he's really redhead, but redhead people are black to me. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
but yeah, he's good. The guy Khan from the 713. I've become a fan of his stuff because he's a fan of wrestling, but I learned he had uh good music. So Khan from the 713. Check him out on Spotify. Check both of them out on Spotify. This guy named Rocket. He's really good. His name is, you spell it Roxxet, and he's really got like different kind of sound. I don't know, like art. It's not like, what would you say it's alternative rap? Would you say it's alternative rap? But it's really good. I would recommend checking that out.
Right on.
And those are for right now what I've been listening to. Oh yeah, a lot of not. It's funny enough because he came out with that T-shirt, but before then I was listening to him. I've been listening to a lot of Brody King's band, God's Hate. So that's been in my
right on.
playlist as is my gym playlist. So have me getting them gut lifts in and stuff.
Oh yeah, get you pumped up.
So
Yeah.
get me them good I've been doing a lot of deadlift. Deadlifting? Yeah, something like that. But yeah. But
Yeah, I've
yeah,
been
I lifted
seeing
like
you've been doing some serious working out on your social media.
Yeah. Who you been
Yeah.
training with?
I got this personal trainer. His name is
Oh,
Christian.
nice.
He's getting me right. So, I do it like I train with him like once out of the, like maybe like once to every twice a week. But then he'll leave me like when he's not there, he'll leave me workout plans. So I
Yeah.
just work out to that, and it's been helping me.
Yeah.
I'm now deadlifting. That's what you call it, deadlifting. Like, I deadlifted like, was it 175?
Get it.
So I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there, man. Getting up there.
Yeah.
So.
Good stuff.
You won't even need music next time. You can just tape 2 pictures of hot dog, Sarks, and cheeseburger right in the mirror.
I gotta
Just
find it.
shredding.
That's the one thing because my comeback is like so funny enough because when I coming back into wrestling, I took a break like in like 2015, came back around 2016. Now these past 2 years coming back, my comeback tour is I've been filled with lots of fire and lots of this is making a mission to come back with a blaze. So anytime I put on my playlist, I have a rap bastard playlist now, and I use it in my workout, and I'll just work out to that stuff. Y'all see me with my earphones? That's my rap bastard playlist that I'm listening to just feel me like, I listen to Cheeseburger song just to piss me off so I can get better lifts.
Yeah.
So that and Darius Carter's theme song and Cardona and MJF. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fueled by the hate for rap bastard.
Yeah, I play Willow's song when I'm trying to get there.
My bad. I get how good you are.
Yeah.
Even that's the most happiest song ever, baby. But
I know.
I'll be like, this left hand.
Yeah, my wife's starting to get mad at Willow too because every time she comes into like my wrestling room, there's just so many holes in the wall, and
She's
it's
getting
Willow.
getting mad you find Willow.
It's Willow. Yeah, and the broken TV is because of Dewey. Yeah, and you mentioned Love Island, and obviously I got Jeremiah my handle here because I just have to say real quick. No, I love Jeremiah, and they fucking these fake ass motherfuckers that call themselves his boys, the Islanders. They fucking dropped the ball, dude. And I'm talking. I expected it from Ace.
Who are his friends? Oh yeah, Ace sucks. I've watched the first few episodes.
I expect Taylor, his little Ace's little bitch boy, to fall in line. But Nick, I've seen it from the start. Your little fake nice guy bullshit. Now everyone, all of America fucking knows the piece of shit, two-faced motherfucker, rap bastard you are, dude.
Damn.
And you're done, Nick. And then also,
Yeah, he
as far
did.
as
He
the
did.
women-
He did break that girl's heart real quick. It was
Yeah,
not. It
and
was not cool.
yeah, and as far as the
Nick is a
women,
rat bastard though, for real.
as
Yeah,
far
for real.
as these, yeah, as far as these rat bastard women getting rid of Hannah,
Oh,
fuck y'all, fuck y'all.
I agree. Hey, listen, I agree.
You know, I
Rat
don't.
bastard.
right.
Yeah, I think they should. Yeah, it's turning into Epstein Island quick because it's
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but
All
criminal
right.
activity. Nothing
on,
but
man.
criminal activity going on. Hey, dude,
Criminal activity.
I was
So-
just scuba diving and snorkeling there.
I want to say this. I say this live. So if I ever do some stuff in Japan and is villainous stuff, I'm gonna replace a Ribera jacket and I'm gonna have my jacket. I'm gonna have my own version of a Ribera jacket instead of like the Ribera jacket. I'll have the Nasty Team Worldwide jacket. My style of Ribera jacket, which you can get at fouryearwear.com.
Hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
just look up the Nasty Team, look up Nasty Leroy, and you can see the Nasty Team jacket. So
Yeah, plug all your socials.
Yeah, plug all your socials. Plug them.
all right. So if you want to get the Ribera Steakhouse jacket of the Nasty Team and a Nasty Hottie jacket, Nasty Hottie jerseys, we got trading cards coming in soon.
Oh yeah.
You want to get stickers. The stickers are on my Brainbuster account. Brainbustertees.com/Nasty Leroy. Coming out with a new Roy t-shirt soon. I know everybody's been asking for it. I'm coming out with the new Roy t-shirt, so you can see that on my Brainbusters and stuff. You can only get that on my Brainbusters. You can't get it anywhere else. My Brainbusters and at merch tables. I got a cartoon version of me when I was holding a gun that I'll be selling soon at the merch table at GCW stands.
Fire.
I might have to make a trip up to the Gallery of the Juggalos. That's what it's looking like. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I feel like I have to talk about it because they gotta see me coming. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make a trip up there, and I'll be selling that. I'll be selling the cartoon version of me with the gun. It's fire merch. I got more fire merch coming up. I got this right here in my room actually because I found it. When I make my trip to Texas again, I'll be selling these. I'll be selling Nasty Dust Texas.
There you go.
Oh,
hell yeah.
So this is my favorite one. It's blue. The blue ones are my favorite one. The black ones are cool, but the blue ones are nice because it's a nice color. Goes with the Texas.
pop.
So
Yeah.
Nasty Dust Texas.
Hell yeah.
The Lone Star vibe. Yeah.
It's my tribute to my adult film wrestling career. No, I wasn't on camera. But I used to work for Brazzers and all that, and so it's like a play of Debbie Does Dallas. So
Hell yeah.
Wow.
There might be some juggalettes going to Pound Town.
I mean, depending on what they look like,
Hey,
Hey.
everyone's a Donna McClown makeup on, right?
The moon mist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the moon
make
mist,
that moon
Fuego.
mist, baby.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
it was a pleasure and a
Corey?
privilege having you on, Leroy.
Thank
And I can speak for all of us when I say we're some of your biggest fans, and we will continue to support you, and we can't wait to see what you're going to continue to do in this business, because this whole wrestling business isn't the same without Nasty Leroy, that man.
Appreciate it. Oh, I just want to plug one thing.
Yeah, of course.
I just want to plug July 25th, One Fall Wrestling Center stage. You can see that man, and you can see other things. The stack card is going to be there, like the Frat House versus the Gun Club versus QT Margera. That's always going to be an entertaining match. Announced we got Adam Priest versus Damian. Oh, Adam Priest used to be known as he's still kind of grumpy, but the grumpiest man, aka Lemon Pepper Priest, aka your auntie's favorite wrestler, the infantry's favorite wrestler, Adam Priest, known all around the world, literally around the world. Which I'm gonna say this because this needs to be said, and he doesn't want to take you. He thinks I'm little bro in it, but I literally put him on the map. Literally, like he's the reason why he's going international. It's a fact. That may sound cocky, but it is. I'm the one
It's
who
a fact on
elevated him.
file.
So he's facing Jay Lethal. We got Satnam Singh on the card. We got the Giant Man in the card. We got a lot of different people. We got our local. We see you can see our stars, the one of W's, all the stars, Hyena Hair. So for those who don't know and should, Hyena Hair is one of the best out here going. I also and Helica Risk. If you think, and this is no disrespect to Selena, and I always say Selena should be, and that we should treat her as a crossover star and as a commodity. They should be that should be one of their top girls because she can blend that streaming world. She could bring so many people that into that world of streaming. But if you want a person that can hit a 619 the right way, you want to hit the right way, check out
Yeah.
Angelica Risk, the spicy quesadilla. Like I told her this one time, and I mean this. If she wasn't going out with one of my best friends, I probably would have slid because I love me some spicy women. But she's a Nazi hottie. Anybody that I bring in a Nazi hottie, they certified of like you can definitely see them on Mondays and Wednesday nights in the future. Angelica is she's definitely a personality. Don't get fooled by her size. Nah, she may be 4'9" or whatever, but she'll chop the shit out of you in a heartbeat and talk it right back to you. She's from what is she from? She's from New Mexico, I think. Yeah, New Mexico. She's one of them Southwest girls. They spicy out there.
Leroy,
Yeah.
I just saw that they are announcing MJF's going to be at that show as well at center stage, so he better be on notice.
Oh
that man-
shit!
Call out the rat. Yeah, call him out. He better not do no promos because immediately I'm gonna ask you to give me a mic immediately. I'm gonna be like, give me a mic immediately. You cutting promos? I'm cutting promos, and I got a promo in the chamber waiting for his ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I would say Hyena Hair, Helica Rest. I'll say who else to watch out for. If y'all going down there, I don't know. We might be streaming it. I don't know. I know we started streaming some Nightmare Factory shows. We're going to do that in the future. But if we do one pro, I will definitely link it up on my profile so people can see it. But like I would say, in the future, just seeing them people around. Jimmy Wow is another guy that you should keep your eyes on. Brady Booker, he comes from the land of sports entertainment, but he's now learning how to be a pro wrestler, and I think he's a better pro wrestler than a sports entertainer. He's the top. He's the number one guy. I'm the number two guy. It used to be I was the number one guy on Wonderful, but I'm okay with that because Brady Booker's a cool guy. He's going for the 1RW Heavyweight Championship. Like guys love. He's the Big Brody. They call him the Big Brody. The Big Brody, the master of the Brody universe. As I say. Shout out to Sid Vicious out there. This reminds me of that. He reminds me of Sid Vicious in a way. Who else I'm trying to see? Who else to look out for? Yeah, I think pretty much that. On the card is Grisario Dawson. He Grisario Grillo Grisario. I can't fuck his name up. Grillo Grisario. He's really good. He's the big cannoli, as he calls himself, and people with the cannoli driver. So he's probably, I ain't gonna say all Italian people are alike, but I wouldn't be surprised if I see him be related to like I would like to see him do some stuff with Nunzio and stuff. So I wouldn't
Luigi
be surprised if
Primo.
that was his cousins. So yeah, Lisa
Yeah.
Primo, all that kind of stuff. He's good. Just got a whole lot of different people that you like. If we ever stream it or you come across your thing and you see John go down to center stage or whatever, there will be lots of different people that you have to be checking out other than myself. Trying to think. Oh yeah, the big bad Warden. He is one of my favorites. I just like getting slammed by him. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I never admit that shit, but like I normally don't like getting slammed, but I like getting slammed by Warden. I don't know. It just I don't know. I got a sick pleasure in this when he does a version of like a Black Hole Sam, but it's very innovative. He like swings it a different way. It's very innovative. Somebody's be down here stealing. So I know they be watching our stuff. So they got Jasper Troy to steal my guy Warden's move, and we are not happy. Warden's not happy about him. He wants to beat up Jasper Troy immediately. So look out for Warden. He's actually getting more views than me because I was viral, but he's more viral than me. I think his name is Wrestling Warden. He's just trash talker, just like me. So that's why we get along. So he's on TikTok and stuff. You can watch him. But yeah, those are the ones I say check them out, and they're gonna be at one phone, and you can see them all over. It's like you see me all over. So
good stuff.
Absolutely, and you know talent. So I was always hearing from you as far as who to look out for because you're always on point.
Yeah, man. I have a good eye for talent. I'm not a talent scout, but I know talent. So yeah, that's what I say. So everybody listening to this, you can catch him and stuff. So yeah. Brooke Havoc, check her out. She was on Ring of Honor, of course. She's really good. Darian Bankston, and those are the ones I say keep up with. So.
Oh yeah, good
you
stuff.
heard it here first.
Invasion Angle.
Invasion Angle.
Wow, that was a fantastic interview and just perfect for episode 69. And before the interview, I kind of made a comment about Mr. Iguana's puppet and maybe using it as a fleshlight. And
anyway,
I'm sorry.
That was a great interview from Leroy, and we're just really happy to have him on. He's a friend of the show, and it's been a long time that we have wanted to have him on. Same thing with Mr. Iguana, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get him back now.
Yeah, no, that's the point. I want to hold myself accountable, okay? I need a punishment. It's a Papa Tui soap, okay?
Oh no!
Oh, that boy!
Don't
Oh,
do that.
that boy!
No, don't do
Where
that.
are you? Where are you? Where are
I think it'd be best if you left.
What did I do? Papa Tui. It doesn't taste as good as you would think, but it's a great soap, and I want to thank The Rock because when you say something about Mr. Iguana like fucking his puppet, you gotta get a punishment, because you're a bad boy, and you gotta just, what did you do, And
Respect.
Thanks, Rock.
Respect, yeah.
Probably should have used Dove soap. It would have been a little bit better. But yeah, I think we have another message. I think we have another message from our friend.
And it is a long one. It's about 5 minutes. So strap in.
Strap on.
One of John's favorite wrestling personalities.
Not doing the thing.
John's still spitting soap.
I got something stuck in my teeth. This is not the right soap to eat.
There we go. I need so it shows this. Okay, we might have to keep that in because he's okay. Ready? Are we ready to strap
What the fuck is that?
Johnny, Bryan Alvarez here. Standing here in front of a McDonald's here in Juanita, Washington. And it's been a rough week. YouTube page got hacked. Kids had camp. All sorts of craziness going on in this world.
It's crazy.
But I managed to look down at my phone and I saw that I'd gotten a message from Chris. Yes, Chris.
Okay.
And you know, Chris tells me that you and him and Jason, you've got a podcast.
Here we go. Now we're talking.
The Invasion Angle Podcast. Good
That's
God.
the one.
A podcast named after one of the biggest fuck-ups in the history of wrestling. What could be better? Well, I'll tell you what could be better. The Invasion Angle Podcast is celebrating episode 69.
Yep, hell yeah.
And even though I just turned 50,
Doesn't look
good.
and when I was a kid, when I thought of 50-year-olds, I thought they ain't gonna be joking about 69. But fuck, next thing I know, I'm 50. And I can't help but giggle. Now, Chris tells me
That's me.
that him and Jason want to talk about bad movies and a little bit of AEW.
What else?
But
is
you want to talk about WWE the whole time. They're asking for help.
It's where the money's at.
Help us, Bryan.
But even though Chris requested my help,
Bryan, no.
Bryan, come on.
even though him and Jason wanting to talk about one thing and you wanting to talk about another is 2 votes to 1.
It is.
Well, I got a message for you, Chris, Jason.
No.
You ever thought that maybe the reason Johnny wants to talk about WWE the entire time is because it's called the fucking Invasion Angle Podcast?
Thank you.
I don't remember a bad movie about an invasion angle. Probably should make one.
Die Hard.
I don't remember an AEW show with a bad invasion angle.
All of them.
So my question to you two is, why on the Invasion Angle Podcast 69th episode, why would you talk about movies?
That's just the name of it, dude.
Or AEW?
It's just the name.
I hate to say it, but I'm on Johnny's side.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Minecraft
That
movie's
makes
the
it-
best
You
too.
would be.
2-2.
That's
2 of you
good counting.
want to talk bad movies in AEW, and quite frankly, 2 of us want to talk about WWE.
You're not on the podcast, dude.
Now, with that
Yes.
said,
You're never gonna
Johnny,
be.
I lived through the invasion angle. I wrote
John.
2 books about it.
I have one.
The Death of WCW, the original and the expanded edition. Both available
Wow, he
still
can
at
read.
Amazon.com.
Great.
Over 100,000 copies sold.
I have one.
And you know, upon further reflection, how in the world could you do 69 podcast episodes on the invasion angle?
Who's that guy back there?
Barely talk about it. We have one
I mean,
deep dive
unless it's
on
like
it.
a 2-minute podcast.
I wish.
I mean, after fucking 1, what more is there to talk about? What have you been doing for the last 68 episodes?
How clueless
Maybe,
was this guy,
Johnny.
dude?
Maybe it is time to talk some bad movies and a
All
little
right.
AEW.
All right. Coming around.
So, upon further reflection, I can see both sides of this argument. I know you guys want me to solve the problem, but I'm just going to finish with this advice. As a man who's done 69 podcast episodes this month alone,
The fuck?
as an expert in podcasting, what I want you guys to do for the 69th episode
This guy's a podcast.
is not talk to each other at all until you all sit down and one of you hits that fucking record button. And then I just want you whoosh, call it in the ring. No plan. You're going to talk about whatever you're going to talk about.
All right.
And when it's done and you finish that magic 69, well, you can get back to me for another cameo and thank me for this absolutely priceless advice. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jason. All the best on this 69th episode.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you again. after a while.
You don't know, John? You don't know who that is?
It's Chris.
Oh, Brian. You know who Bryan Alvarez is?
Yeah, Bryan Alvarez from he's with Dave Meltzer, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You said who is this at first, so then you figured it out. Right?
Yeah, he looked, for some reason, like, I don't know, he looked different at first, and then when you start talking about stuff he's written in all of his podcast episodes, but yeah, I figured it out. That's amazing. I love Alvarez.
Hopefully,
I'm glad he's on my side. That's
I
all
hope
I heard.
he let his kid out of the hot car after he
No, the
finished
kids.
recording
The kids are at camp, dude. You weren't listening.
Yeah.
Come on. He's at fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
All right. Should we go to our final message?
Yeah, I mean, we can for sure. I would love a final message.
Or do you want to reflect?
But I think he wants to talk about someone who was supposed to be a final message and told John to shove it.
Yeah, so originally we had a lot of people saying like, hey, can we please put a message on this final episode?
Mm-hmm.
And it turned a lot of people down. And then one person hit me up and said, yeah, sure. And then when it was time to send the video, he said, nah, that doesn't work for me, bruv. And we're talking about the prototype, Kyle Fletcher. He fucked
That's
on
not
us.
what he's called. He's called the Proto Star. But yeah.
No, he's like John Cena, the prototype now. He can get that little dick flip haircut and go fuck himself. I even wore this shirt because I thought he was going to be sending messaging because this is his color now.
You.
Yeah. The only Kyle I like in AEW is Kyle O'Reilly. And that's saying a lot because he's a fucking idiot. I'm just kidding. I love Kyle O'Reilly. I fucking love Kyle O'Reilly. But Kyle Fletcher, you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. You fucking Will Ospreay wannabe. You know, one of Will Ospreay's fucking loads. He's got more talent than you, motherfucker.
I still think he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's great, but he would have been better if he came on episode 69. That's my problem. This is nothing that has to do with objective.
Yeah. Well,
but it's okay. I forgive and I forget.
In these hard times, I feel like we could use some advice, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Johnny, Jason, and Chris. It's April and Phil Margera.
Hello, Johnny, Jason, and Chris.
And we wanted to congratulate you on your 69th episode of the Invasion Angle podcast, your pro wrestling podcast.
That's amazing. 69 episodes. And she's 69 years old. That matches.
Thanks a lot. I don't think it's the same thing. I don't think they started their podcast
69 years ago?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I think it's their 69th
69th episode. I get it, yeah.
So anyway, I know you wanted some parental advice, which is pretty funny.
But before you do that, it's a pro wrestling podcast, right? We watch Fox News, and Tyrus is on the Gutfeld show a lot. Try to get him on your podcast. He's funny. He's awesome. And you'll enjoy having him. So try to get him, and try to get Hulk Hogan, a personal friend of Bam's and ours. So if you haven't gotten those guys yet, get Hulk Hogan and Tyrus. Go ahead, Eve.
So as far as our parental advice, we would say don't beat up on each other, but I think it's already too late for that.
What? You think they're beating up on each other?
They're wrestlers.
Oh, they're the wrestlers too. I thought it was just a podcast.
It is, but I'm sure that they have a lot to do with that. I'm
Okay,
sure they've
cool.
jumped from couch to couch killing each other.
Yeah, they must be.
Yeah.
So we hear,
Yeah.
like, did you paint your kitchen blue? Because our kitchen has been painted maybe 4 times since that, and I still find specks of blue.
And I think blue bananas too. Remember the painted blue bananas?
Blue bananas. Well, the biggest problem with the blue kitchen, which you don't know about, is the fact that they decided to paint all the pantry stuff blue. Now, that seems pretty mundane, and I don't think it seems like a big deal. But it so was. When we were done, I mean, we had cans of stuff and things that were painted blue that I honestly couldn't even recognize. And even after we opened the can, could be cat food, could be tuna.
That's the only thing. Cat food and tuna. And then,
No, we opened up soup and bean. We didn't even know what it was.
But the good thing that happened. Tell them what the good thing was that happened.
What was
There was something good.
Yeah, you opened up something you thought were beans, and it was cranberry sauce, and you put it in our chili. Sweetens up the chili, delicious.
That wasn't the blue episode.
Good
I
advice.
thought you opened up a can of cranberry.
No, I mean, actually, it could have been the blue episode, but I was just talking on the phone, and I thought I grabbed a can of beans, and I grabbed a can of cranberry sauce. I put it into chili, and I tried to get it out, and I didn't, so I just stirred it in because it melted in, and ever since I've been putting it in because my whole family loves it.
But the can wasn't painted blue? I thought it was painted
No,
blue.
that
Okay,
was
my fault. Skip that.
Sorry.
And back to the wrestler, guys. Try to get Hacksaw Jim because people say I used to look like him when he was a wrestler. Put
Okay.
Hacksaw Jim on your podcast,
You
too.
got quite a long list there, buddy.
That's 3. That's no big list.
Hacksaw.
Go ahead.
Well, all right.
And of course, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and John Cena, they're both
He
big
keeps
actors.
going.
They're big wrestlers, too.
Oh, yeah, we
I'm
gotta
sure
get
they know
them.
that.
Yeah.
I think we're waiting for them
But
to
anyway,
answer.
here's to another 69 episodes. I hope you guys do really well. Congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment.
Thanks, Abe.
I've done a couple podcasts, and it's very time intensive. So 69 of them, I don't know. That's a lot.
Yeah, Chris Rabb did a few. I don't think he hit 69. So you guys.
He might have. I don't know. He did a lot.
He did a lot.
That
so
we're not aware
Fuck you,
of.
Rab.
But 69 is an awesome number. Go for it. Get more. Good
Don't-
luck.
Don't kill each other, and don't get arrested.
Thank you, Abe.
Well, thanks, Ape and Phil. We'll try our
Yeah.
best. And yeah,
Ape's
fuck
gonna be
you,
so
Rab.
pissed.
Nice try. We're better than you, Rab. You heard them.
But I did listen to Rap's podcast back in the day. It was good, man. The Bathroom
Better-
Break podcast.
Yeah, I saw a couple episodes. He was
Shout
one of my
out.
favorite. He was one of my favorite of the CKY crew, outside of Bam, of course. But yeah, I was always a huge Chris Rabb fan, especially when he like put his ass cheeks up against the window and diarrheaed on them.
Guys, guess
That's-
what? Chris Rabb got the 58 episodes.
Wow, he can't even
He didn't
touch
get
us,
there.
dude.
Beat him by 11. Beat him by 11.
Fuck.
And speaking of diarrhea, that's what my mouth tastes like. Thank you, Dewey, for not putting any instructions on your soap saying that you shouldn't put it in your mouth for punishment.
Well, when we interview Dwayne The Rock, we'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, there's nothing on this that says don't use this for punishment because you're being a bad boy. Doesn't say it. Does not say it. So
Well, you
I
know,
would say
that's
so
been
I'm-
another. What were you
that's
gonna
been
say?
that's been
Yeah.
another episode.
Your
Yeah.
gut
You got it.
felt?
Yeah.
How does your gut feel?
If you
Good
how's
felt.
my gut for you?
Any takebacks?
Wrong podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for staying with us for all these episodes, and thank you to the new listeners too.
And what's the next big episode after 69?
70.
No, we'll tease it right now. We're going to be at Real Rumble 6? Which one? What is it? Same one? No, I think it's 6.
5, 6.
I think it's 6. July 20th at the Mahoney Drive-In.
As a part of the Invasion Angle podcast summer tour. Catch us at all the different shows from GCW, Real Rumble, WWE SummerSlam parking lot to AEW. We'll be there. And if you're bad, you'll have a punishment. We'll have the soap waiting. Don't be a bad boy and have a good night,
Invasion
guys.
Angle.
Invasion Angle.
Bet you love that sweet ass podcast. I am John Cena and I approve this message. Boobies.